Welcome to the Johnson Collection, Patriots radio broadcasts from 1985 through 2025. This broadcast is the 1985 AFC Championship game, the New England Patriots versus the Miami Dolphins, January 12th, 1986, from the Miami Orange Bowl. Original broadcast from NEWSRADIO 590 WEEI. John Carlson and John Morris are your announcers. Here's Dave Shea with the pregame.
For those of you just joining us along the New England Patriots Football Network, we're still about 15 minutes away from kickoff. So with the game stationed in Miami's Orange Bowl, it's only appropriate to turn things over now to two men whose sole purpose in life this week has been get ready for this AFC title game. Here's John Carlson and John Morris. Gentlemen.
Thank you very much, Big Fish Shea, and hi, everybody. Today, we have a wet Miami day, and I understand that it's supposed to clear up, but for some reason or another, we bring the rain when we come here, John Morris.
Maybe that's a good omen for the Patriots, John, because it was raining in Los Angeles. You don't expect rain in Southern California. And that's all we've seen down here. I've been here only one day. You've been here for most of the week, and I guess you've seen quite a bit of rain. So I understand it's about 40 degrees and sun shining back in Boston. Maybe we can go back there and play it.
A little cool and a little damp here in Miami. Now, of course, if the sun should shine, it can't shine for too long. It will be setting around 5:30, 5:45 here in Miami. If it does pop out, what we'll get is humidity. Right now, the temperature's good. They've had a tarpaulin on the field, so it won't be too slick. I don't think that's going to affect this game. And the wind right now seems to be at a rather moderate pace. So weather may not play a role unless there are some slick spots along the side.
That's the only problem. Right now, it's not raining. It's been raining on and off throughout most of the week. It rained fairly hard throughout the morning hours today. Right now, it's not raining. The problem is going to be the field, John. The tarp has been on the field. Whenever it rained, they put it on. Whenever the sun would come off, they'd roll it right back off again. They've been doing that for the last week. Problem has been there's a lot of wet spots on the field. I can see them from where I'm sitting right now. And they've gone out there and they put either sand or sawdust or something in those wet spots. The field is going to be a little slick, I'm afraid.
This is American Football Conference Championship time, and we'll be back with more right after this message. Here at the Orange Bowl in Miami, the crowd is working itself up. They're one of the loudest crowds in the league, and the Orange Bowl itself is conducive to pouring noise from one end to the other. I like to call that the North Goal, John, although they tell me it's actually the West Goal. Strange way to lay out a field, but it's not the only strange thing here. And the crowd, I think, figures that it can play a role in this game. What do you think?
They already started in pregame warm-up. They were just all over the Patriots when they came on the field, and when they went back off the field, they gave them a rousing chorus of boos. And I think the Patriots feel they can handle that, John. They didn't have too much of a problem with it on the Monday night game. I think of more concern as far as how the Patriots can handle things. We'll have to wait and see until after the game. And I'm talking about all the media presence and the fans that have been here all week long. It's something new for the Patriots. They've never experienced anything like this. And the hotel was just an unbelievable scene last night and actually the night before. And the Patriots are having trouble getting in and out. I understand a couple of the players were getting a little testy about it. And that's one of the things, particularly when you get to the Super Bowl, it's always been a problem for a first-time team. And I think that it's important to see how the Patriots have handled it. I hope it doesn't affect them too much.
Most of them say no, that it won't. But, of course, you never know what's underneath all of the surface of business. There doesn't seem to be any tension on the part of the players, but what seems to be isn't always what is.
Well, we won't. That's right.
We find that out.
We won't know until we actually get out on the field. But I'll tell you something, John. It sure has been exciting for all the observers, guys like you and I, and people that have been down here. A lot of Patriots fans down here, and it's been just an electric atmosphere around the hotel, and everybody's talking Patriots, and it really is fun. Win or lose, it's been a lot of fun.
This is for the American Football Conference Championship, and we'll be back right after this message. The crowd is whipping up now because the Patriots have some of the players on the field, and the starting units are going to be introduced for the goalposts at the west end, or northwest end, if you will. The Dolphin cheerleaders are also out on the field. They provide escort service for both teams. Well, that's part of the color of this event. John? Your forecast for its outcome.
I was afraid you were going to make me make a prediction, John. And I'm having a very difficult time staying objective about this one because it's been so long for the Patriots, and you and I have been around this team for a long time, and I think we want them to win it just as much as anybody else. I think they're a better team than the Miami Dolphins. When you look at them on paper, the Patriots are better. They're playing with confidence. I think they can win this one fairly easily.
Well, then, if they pull the offensive plug, they might do that indeed. And fairly easily would mean more than, well, I guess 7 points.
You might go that far.
Like
if they were playing in Foxborough, I'd jump all over it.
So there you are, folks. We're about ready for the start of this one. Certainly a big game, biggest the Patriots have been in the National Football League. It's for the championship of the conference. I'm John Carlson, along with John Morris. Stay tuned for New England Patriots football.
The Buffalo Bills,
Indianapolis
Miami Dolphins,
the New York Jets.
This is the New England Patriots Football Network. It's time now for the National Football League Conference Finals between the New England Patriots and the Miami Dolphins. We take you now to the Orange Bowl in Miami, Florida, to the voice of the New England Patriots, John Carlson.
Hello, New England, and welcome to championship football. The Patriots against the Dolphins. The Patriots defensively today, going from left to right up front, Garen Barris, Lester Williams, and Julius Adams. The linebackers left to right will be Andre Tippett, Steve Nelson, Larry McGrew, and Don Blackman. The cornerbacks, Ron Lippett and Raymond Claiborne. The safeties, Roland James and Fred Marion. Offensively today for New England, the wideouts will be Stanley Morgan, along with Stephen Starring and the tight end Lynn Dawson. The tackles will be Brian Holloway and Steve Moore. The guards, John Hanna and Ron Wooten. The center, Peter Brock. Quarterback, Tony Eason, Tony Collins, and Craig James will start as the running backs today, and we'll be back for the action of championship football from the Orange Bowl right after this message.
Let you hear that crowd give you some idea of what a wild scene this is here in the Orange Bowl. 75,000 people, and there's quite a few Patriots fans here, but they're going to be drowned out easily. The crowd very much a factor in this game. You heard it earlier, and you'll hear it all throughout the game. I guess the best thing to do for the Patriots is score a couple of quick touchdowns and get the crowd out of this game. John Carlson, and we're just about as excited as everybody that's been around the Patriots for a long time, as the New England Patriots are one game away from the Super Bowl. And who would have thought we'd ever be saying that, John Carlson?
I was asked, as a matter of fact, by NFL Films a little while ago to do a 30-second reminiscence about that. Who'd ever have thunk it, I guess, was the theme. And I went back to September when the media and the fans were all over the Patriots after losing to the Raiders and the Cleveland Browns in succession. And then the roll began, and it began because the defense decided to really get active. And I think it was a decision, too. I think it was a feeling emanating from a decision by Andre Tippett. His decision was to fire his helmet against the wall of the locker room at Cleveland after that loss and ask him what the heck is going on.
He was aiming for Pat Sullivan, though. No, that was the other linebacker. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that was just last week.
That's right. Yeah, I got confused. Well, the Patriots have really earned some respect, and the defense is the ones that are responsible for that, John. And teams win championships with defenses, and the Patriots have got a lot of respect, not just from the fans around the country, but from the players that they're going up against, and that's been a long time coming. These Miami Dolphins are concerned about the Patriots.
I would say that's true, and I think they've got ample reason to be after watching them last week against the Cleveland Browns. Now, the Dolphins are still a good football team and very dangerous. Dan Marino has the best, quickest release in football. There is no doubt about that, and he's got a couple of people, more than a couple, that can catch the ball. So this is a dangerous football team, but all in all, Patriots are a better football club.
I think
Cleveland showed that a team can run on the Dolphins, but they do have defensive weaknesses, perhaps more than they've ever had, John.
I think that's absolutely right, John. I think the Patriots are a better football team than the Dolphins, but that's all out the window here today. I mean, there's a lot of things riding against the Patriots, and let's be honest about it. The Dolphins are 5-0 in AFC championship games. Their record here in the Orange Bowl, we don't even have to talk about that one. I mean, that's just been the Patriots aren't the only ones that have had problems here. The Dolphins have won 21 out of the last 22 games here in the Orange Bowl. No team has ever made it to the Super Bowl by winning 3 straight road games. I mean, all the stats are against the Patriots, and that's what's going to make it so much more difficult for them, even though they're the better football team. The thing they got to do right now, John, is to get in this game is get out in front early. Get this crowd out of the game and see if they can jump on this Miami Dolphins early, make them make the same amount of mistakes that the Los Angeles Raiders made last week.
The winner gets the opportunity to play the Chicago Bears in New Orleans in the Super Bowl. Chicago beating the Rams today 24-0.
I don't know. Maybe it's kind of a dubious distinction being able to play the Bears the way they're playing. Has everybody ever won the Super Bowl by shutting everybody out that they played throughout the playoffs? I doubt it. Well, we're just about ready to go here. The crowd is fairly quiet as the Dolphins are out on the field getting ready to tee it up. The Patriots will have first shot at offense. Miami will kick it off. The Patriots are in their red jerseys and white pants. The Miami Dolphins are all in white, and we are ready to go for the American Football Conference Championship.
Here's the kickoff by Fawad Reves heading down to Stephen Starring at the goal line. Out over the 5, the 10, coming to the right side, the 15 to the 20, cuts loose at the 25. He's up to the 30 and is out of bounds at about the 35-yard line, maybe a touch over it. As a matter of fact, it was Fawad Reves, the kicker, and the kicker is the safety on a return who finally pushed Stephen Starring out of bounds. So the Patriots will open this game with excellent field position. The official spot is at the 37-yard line. First down and 10. It's 64 degrees in Miami. The humidity 87%. So you know it's going to be a sweaty day. Northeast winds from 7 miles an hour, so wind won't be a factor as Tony Eason comes first and 10, slot to the left, split backfield, motion coming to the near side, Stephen Starring, handoff comes to the right. Craig James trying to avoid and slip a tackle, can't do it. He's caught at the line of scrimmage. Looks like the outside linebacker came up to make the stop. Brzezinski, the outside left, the 9-year veteran from Ohio State. No gain in the play. It's going to be second down and 10 for New England.
I was watching closely to see whether Craig James had a problem making the cut on this wet field. He was running wide to the right and had to make a cutback, and looked like the footing was pretty good.
Chance of rain this afternoon, 40%. We had some heavy showers here before the start of this game. Here's Tony Eason now. He's got a strong right formation. Comes back, handoff right side. Tony Collins looking for the 40-yard line. He's got that to 45, and he's up and out of bounds at the 49-yard line of the Patriots. So they're a yard shy of midfield, and that's enough for a first and 10 for New England. A gain of 12 yards. Bud Brown, the second-year safety from Southern Mississippi, came over to push Tony Collins out of bounds.
Good fake by Eason. It was a draw play. Eason showed pass right away. Got those linebackers back. Good fake by Collins. They wanted to run up the middle. There wasn't anything there, and Collins took off around the right side. First down.
Tony Collins and Craig James are the backs. They're split behind Tony Eason to the weak side. Strong side is right. Dolphins are in a 3-man front. Motion to the inside. U-turn out as Stephen Starring, handoff James. Over midfield. He's on the Dolphins side of things at about the 47-yard line. Doug Betters, the defensive left end, made the stop after a gain of 4 yards on the play, so it'll be second down and 6. New England, 13 minutes and 48 seconds left first quarter.
No surprises, huh? We haven't seen a pass yet. We may not throughout the first half.
Power football. I think it's the way to go in this game for the Patriots, John.
Well, everybody runs against the Dolphins. I'm sure that Miami's not surprised about this either.
Strong right formation for New England. An eye set behind Eason. Dolphins in a 34 defense. Outside linebackers on the line of scrimmage. Here's the turn. The handoff goes to James. No, sir. Nailed at the line of scrimmage. Mike Charles, the nose tackle, was the first guy there, and he got some help from Jackie Shipp, the inside left linebacker on that play, but there was absolutely nothing. Looked like James was trying to use Ron Wooten as his lead blocker. Didn't work out.
Actually, it was Brzezinski that came in from the outside linebacker spot. They double-teamed Mike Charles in the middle, but Brzezinski slipped off his block, got in there, and messed up the play.
And now the Patriots go to their extra wide receiver. Craig James goes out. Cedric Jones comes in. We've got twin receivers wide out to the left side, and Stanley Morgan single wide to the near side. The handoff goes to Collins to the left. He's down to the 45-yard line, and that's it. Nailed as he tried to turn the corner after a gain of 3 yards by Glenn Blackwood. He's the strong safety for the Dolphins. Ball at the 45. That means Patriots have a 4th down and 4. That means their first turn at offense is stopped at Miami's 45, and Rich Camarillo comes into the game for his first punting turn with 12 minutes, 18 seconds left in the clock running.
Dolphins were ready for that one. That's the same sweep out of the shotgun formation that the Patriots ran so successfully last week against the Raiders. This time the Dolphins had it strung out, and they were ready for it.
Camarillo averaging 42.5 yards a punt this season. Tom Figueredo deep for the Dolphins. Camarillo going for the coffin corner left. Hangs it up down the sideline, bounces out of bounds. The officials got to walk the sideline now and identify where it went out, and he's coming up over the 15 to the 18-yard line. So Camarillo got it out, but it's up kind of high at the 18, 1st and 10 Dolphins. 11:54 left first quarter, 0-0. We'll be back right after this message.
This program is authorized under broadcasting rights granted by the New England Patriots solely for the entertainment of our audience. Any publication, rebroadcast, or other use of the descriptions and accounts of this game without the express written consent of WEEI, the Helen Broadcasting Company, and the Patriots is prohibited.
The Dolphins will get a turn at offense. They're first, starting at their own 18-yard line. Patriots defensively haven't given up a touchdown in the first quarter in their last 3 games.
Pretty good first possession on offense by the Patriots, John. They kept it on the ground as was expected. They got a nice kickoff return by Stephen Starring, so field position was in their favor right from the beginning. Moved the ball well on the ground, got stuffed on a 3rd down play, but I think they established the fact that they can run the ball against the Dolphins. That doesn't come as any great surprise, though. Can they score points? That's the question.
That's the question. All right, now, field position is running in the Patriots' favor, but with a passer like Dan Marino, that can change in one throw.
He can move the ball upfield so fast.
Tony Nathan is the single setback. Marino the quarterback. Strong right formation. Patriots in the 34 defense. Here's Marino. Handoff coming back on the inside of Tony Nathan. He's up over the 20-yard line. Is there a loose ball? They're jumping on the football. Patriots recover a fumble. Tony Nathan fumbled. Patriots recover at about the Dolphins' 20-yard line. We'll pinpoint that for you in a moment. Lester Williams apparently jumped on the ball, or at least shook it loose.
It's either Lester or Garen Veras. We'll take a look at the replay, John. It was right up the middle. They were running right at Lester Williams, and the ball popped loose. It's on the ground. Big pile up there. It's difficult to see who's got it. At any rate, the Patriots have it, and that's the important thing.
Patriots on defense. First play from scrimmage. Take the football away. 11:47 left in the first period. 0-0 Patriots ball. And there at the Dolphins' 20-yard line, here's Tony Eason. Starring in motion to the left. Eason on the count. Strong left formation. Eason drops. Eason fires right side. It's complete to Tony Collins to the 10-yard line. That's going to be close to a first down. Check the spot. It's going to be near the 11. Paul Langford, who's the left cornerback now for the Dolphins, was the guy who got burned that time as he tried to come up. Of course, Collins was sneaking out of the backfield. The gain in the play, 9 yards. It'll be 2nd down and a yard to go. The ball on the 11-yard line.
They were going for the touchdown, though. He wanted to throw it to Stanley Morgan in the end zone. Another good decision by Eason, who continues to do that throughout the playoffs. Morgan was covered, so he didn't throw it in there.
Collins and James with a setback, strong right formation. Here's the turn. Handoff goes to James, cuts it back to the 10, inside the 10 to about the 8-yard line. Looks like a gain here of 3 yards for New England. That'll mean first down and goal to go. Jay Brophy, the inside linebacker of the Dolphins, made the stop on that play. The Patriots have converted 10 takeaways, John, for 37 points in the playoffs.
And they haven't even kicked off yet.
That's right. That's where they've done most of their damage to other teams.
3 in the last 4 games. They've recovered fumbles in the end zone after a kickoff.
Patriots are strong right. Split backfield is James and Collins. Here's the turn. Handoff goes to James, coming to the right side, following a block at the 10. Cutting inside that block to the 5. Dives to the 2-yard line. He had Brian Holloway, the convoy leader, pulling from left tackle and coming all the way across to the right side. And that's who he followed. Jackie Shipp made the stop. But the Patriots will have the ball spotted inside the 3-yard line. 2nd down, goal to go.
2 crushing blocks as Craig James went to the right. John Hanna got one first. Their white shirt went down on his back. And then Brian Holloway right behind him knocked another one down. They weren't just cut blocks. Those people were knocked down.
And now the Patriots have Mosi Tutupu and Robert Weathers in the backfield. They have a strong right formation motion. Greg Hawthorne to the left. Here's the turn. Tutupu left side. squeezing in. He may have the 1-yard line, but he's stopped there by the Dolphins defense. 9:36 to go. First quarter, 0-0. Patriots are knocking on the goal line now. Doug Betters and Jackie Schiff made the stop for Miami.
Inside the 1-yard line. We've got about a half a yard to go. Third down. No, it's a little more than that. Just a bit outside the 1-yard line now that I can see it all the way down there.
Yeah, we'll call it 1. Third down and goal to go from the 1-yard line. I formation. Mosi Katupu, the up back. Robert Weathers, the deep back. Here's motion by Greg Hawthorne. The pitch goes to Robert Weathers, right side, caught from behind at the 6-yard line. Mike Charles, the nose tackle for the Dolphins, penetrated, and he caught the running back, Robert Weathers, from the backside at the 6-yard line. He stopped them there, and now Tony Franklin comes in after a loss of 5 yards. And he'll go for 3 points. Looks like he'll set the ball near the 14-yard line.
Difficult call for Pete Brockett, center that time. Mike Charles is the nose tackle. He's playing offset in the gap. They're running a sweep to the right, and Pete has to reach over there and block him. A tough block, and he couldn't do it.
Tony Franklin coming up. It'll be about a 24-yard attempt. He's been pretty deadly from that area this year. Here's the snap. Eason holding. Franklin's kick is up, and it's good. And the Patriots draw first blood in the AFC Championship game. With 8:20 left in the first quarter, it's the Patriots 3, the Dolphins nothing.
Miami Dolphins will take that one as a moral victory. They only give up 3 points after fumbling the ball on their very first possession, their very first play from scrimmage. The Patriots recovered it at the 20 of the Dolphins, moved it down to about the 1-yard line, and couldn't get it into the end zone on third down. So Franklin hits from 23 yards out. But I think the Miami Dolphins defense goes off the field, John, breathing a sigh of relief on that one. 8 minutes and 20 seconds left to go in the first period. Patriots have got first blood, 3-0, and they're ready to kick it off.
Now Miami Dolphins will have Lorenzo Hampton deep. He's stationed back near the goal line. They have a blocking phalanx of 3 linemen at the 20-yard line, and then they wing out a pair of receivers. Looks like Joe Carter is one, and Tom Vigorito is the other. And Tony Franklin's kicking off for New England. It's high, but it's coming in short. Taken by Lorenzo Hampton at the 10 over the 15. He's coming to the 20-yard line. Makes the juke. Fumbles. The ball is loose. Patriots chase it. No, the Dolphins recover. Patriots do it again. They squeeze the ball from the hands of Lorenzo Hampton. The special teams unit there to dive at it. Ed Williams was the guy that popped it loose. But the Dolphins recover, so it's going to be first down and a dime for the Dolphins on their own 20-yard line.
Dolphins have touched the ball twice so far in this game and fumbled it both times. Good coverage by the special teams. Good pop in there. I think it was Ed Williams. Jarred it loose. Fortunately for, was it Hampton? The ball fell right in front of him.
Tony Nathan and Ron Davenport, the setbacks. Davenport, the up back in an I configuration. Now they jump into a... Well, it's going to be a strong left formation with a single setback. And Marino's back looking to throw. Throws it complete to Davenport at the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Takes a shot from Don Blackman, but he got 8 yards. It'll be second down and 2 yards to go for the first down for the Dolphins as Marino throws the ball on first down this time. Last time, he went to the ground on his first down, and a fumble was turned over to the Patriots.
That time he took advantage of the Patriots' double coverage on his wideouts and threw it underneath that. We'll be watching that throughout the game, John. See how the Patriots are going to handle Duper and Clayton and see what Marino does to take advantage of it.
Ron Davenport in the lineup along with Tony Nathan. Now they're offset to the weak side. That's the left strong right formation for the Dolphins. Here's Marino on the turn. He goes to Davenport trying to come left, and he's cut down. Cut down maybe a little shy of the line of scrimmage. I think it's going to turn out to be a third down and 3. A loss in the play. Julius Adams penetrated off the right end position and stung him for a yard.
Heard the reaction of the crowd when Julius made that play, and it sounded like there's quite a few Patriots fans here, and they're right down here in front of us. Maybe our listeners could hear them too.
Somebody told me the number was up in the order of 3,000, John, that have come to this game. They might be able to make a little noise. Certainly outnumbered. Patriots in the 3-man front, split wide, shotgun formation for the Dolphins. Third down and 3. Snap. Marino back. Marino looks. Marino fires right side too high. It's incomplete. Intended for Mark Clayton out on the right side of the offense. It's going to be 4th and 3. And into the game, well, they're going to have to bring Reggie Roby. Rod McSwain in coverage there, but the ball, John, was just too high.
McSwain was in good coverage over there. Looked like he had him alone, too, John, as Clayton hooked up at about 10 yards downfield. The ball was thrown high, but McSwain had excellent coverage that time.
Reggie Roby, the punter, in. He's averaging 41.5 yards a punt. Roland James is replacing Irving Fryer as the punt returner. There's the snap. Roby steps up, hits the football high and wobbly, coming downfield. James takes it, fair catch, 38-yard line. Patriots first down and 10 in their own territory. They lead 3-0 over the Dolphins. 6:34 left here in the first quarter, and that was a 34-yard punt by Reggie Roby. We'll be back.
I think maybe the $72,000 that each one of them can win if they win the Super Bowl might be in the back of my mind. But you know something? It's not a question of money, seriously. It's gone beyond that for the Patriots at this point.
Yeah. They want that ring, John. Collins and James, the setback, split wide. Strong right formation for the Patriots. First down and 10 at their own 38-yard line. They lead 3-0. Tony Eason, medium drop, guns it into the coverage, and it's complete to Stanley Morgan at the 39-yard line of the Dolphins. Stanley Morgan hauls it in. He's taken down by William Judson, the right cornerback, but that's a 23-yard gain. First down and 10, New England in Dolphins territory.
That's a good omen for the Patriots. Stanley Morgan usually drops the first pass they throw to him. That time, a post over the middle, and he was well covered, John. There were two white-shirted Dolphins on him, and he really looked that ball right into his hands, made a nice catch.
Stanley was, I think, really ready for this game, truly loose before it. He was not tense at all. Craig James, Tony Collins, the setbacks, motion Stephen Starring. He's going out to the left. Back is Eason looking to throw. Jumps out of the pocket, being pursued. Throws it down on the sideline. It's incomplete, intended for Stephen Starring, and the flag goes down. Lynn Dawson was deep. That flag went down near his area.
In his area. It looks like whoever was over there, Glenn Blackwood, may have grabbed a hold of him. No, it's going against the Patriots.
It's going against Lynn Dawson, apparently, for pushing off. And he's getting an explanation from one of the officials now, but the Patriots are going to have to pay. That was a first down play. The ball spotted at the 44-yard line of the Dolphins.
87 offense. 10-yard penalty. We recoup the first down.
So it's going to be first down and 20 for New England. The ball comes back.
It's a good play by Eason, though, John. They were trying to go deep on the right side to Morgan. They were going for all of it again against Langford over on the Patriots' right side, and it just wasn't there. It was good coverage by Langford. And once again, Eason smartly pulled the ball down and then tried to throw it away.
Here are the Patriots, strong right formation, twin receivers out to the left, split backfield, James and Collins. Eason drops back, medium drop, swing pass right, goes to James. James to the 45, to the 50. He's into the 50-yard line and just over toward the 49 of the Dolphins. So he'll get a gain on the play of 4 to 5 yards. Rob Brzezinski up to make the hit for the Dolphins. And the Patriots now have the ball back in Miami territory, but it's going to be a second down and pretty long. Looks like a second down here and 15 yards to go for the first down. Give 5 yards to Craig James on that little pass out to the right side.
Brzezinski looks good in the early going of this game. 9-year veteran from Ohio State, one of the older players on the team, and he's flying around the field right now.
Second down, 15. Patriots at the Miami 49-yard line. Here's Eason on the turn, hands off. Craig James cutting it over the left side, fights his way to the 46-yard line. Tough yardage. Miami hanging tough against the run game. Mike Charles and Jackie Shipp making the stop. A gain of 4 yards on that play. And we've got a third down and a dozen yards to go for a first down with 4:42 left in the first quarter.
Well, that one gives you a pretty good idea of what the Patriots brain trust thinks about Miami's defense against the run. 2nd and 15, and they run it up the middle.
Craig James is out. Cedric Jones is in. That means the shotgun. Tony Collins is also sitting off to the left side of Tony Eason, the quarterback, taking the snap. It's Eason back and looking to throw, pulls the trigger, and that's complete to Derek Ramsey, but at the 44-yard line. And that's not going to be enough. It'll be 4th down and 10, and Rick Camarillo will come in for his second punting effort of the day. Bud Brown, free safety, came over on Derek Ramsey and put him away. And now the Patriots will have to surrender the ball. Last time Camarillo punted, he tried to coffin corner left, and it went out of bounds on the 18-yard line. It was a 27-yard punt, Of course, he's not looking for distance. He's looking to pin the Dolphins back in their own territory. Tom Vigorino is deep and in the middle for Miami. Here's the snap to Camarillo. He steps up and goes coffin corner right. It's high, wobbly. Rod McSwain after that football trying to knock it out. He can't do it. It's in the end zone. Automatic touchback. Dolphins get the ball. First down and 10 on their own 20-yard line. They trail 3-0 and will be back right after this message. Miami Dolphins have the football. First down, 10 on their own 20. Dan Marino up with a split backfield of Tony Nason and Woody Bennett. Dropping back as Marino looking downfield. He fires complete to the 25, to the 30, to the 33, to Bruce Hardy, the tight end. That's a first down and 10, Miami. Roland James, the strong safety, rolled up to make the hit on that play, but the tight end got loose in the middle and took the Dan Marino toss for a first down.
That's where Marino has improved so much as he gets a little experience in this league. He's in his third year now. Prior to this, he would have tried to force it to those wideouts. Now, if it's not there, he'll throw it underneath to the tight end and to the running back. Nathan caught 10 passes last week against Cleveland, a running back.
Woody Bennett and Ron Davenport in the lineup now. That pass went for 12 yards. Here's Marino's strong left pitch goes to Davenport coming to the left side, and he's up to the 35-yard line. Gain on the play of 3. Roland James put him down. Julius Adams helped out on the play. Davenport used that play to score a touchdown against the Cleveland Browns just last weekend.
And it wasn't from the 1-yard line either.
No, that was around a 30-yard run, wasn't it?
Right. Most of his touchdowns are on short yardage. He's a scary one. He's big. He's about 225, 230.
He's a rookie from Louisville. Don Shula hoping to fortify this backfield of his. Woody Bennett and Joe Carter, the setbacks now. Strong right formation. Patriots in the 34 defense. Here's Marino. Guns one. Complete to Duper. Down to the Patriots 47-yard line. First down. Fred Marion made the stop. Marino dropped back. That hair trigger release of his worked that time, and he put it right into the hands of Mark Duper.
It was a beautiful catch by Duper, slanting in from the left side. Single coverage against Claiborne. Claiborne was right there with him, but it was a perfect pass thrown a little bit high. Duper snared it with one hand, and it was a good pass by Marino because he got it there before Marion could come over and help out.
Minute 37 left, first quarter. Patriots lead 3-0, and now the Dolphins are on Patriots real estate at their 47. Strong right formation. A fake, then a turn, a handoff to Carter, right side. He's flying down to the 40-yard line. He's got a first down to the 35-yard line of New England. Joe Carter got a good start going to the right side and ran it up for a first down. Roland James made the hit. He's made 3 hits in this drive. That's too many for the safety to be making, I'll tell you that. And now the Dolphins have a first and 10.
Dolphins running to the right side. That's where Andre Tippett hangs out over there, but they managed to get it around the corner. Looks to me like one of the Dolphins grabbed him by the shirt, but no flag.
55 seconds left, first quarter. Nathan and Woody Bennett now split behind Dan Marino. 3-man front for the Patriots. Here's Marino coming back, looking to throw, and it's incomplete. The rush was on that time. Julius Adams came right up into the number 13 of Marino. Marino's pointing at him and asking who was supposed to have him. Well, I think it was Woody Bennett. No, Woody Bennett was the intended receiver. He turned and couldn't reach the football.
It was Steve Clark and John Geisler, the linemen on that side, and there was a blitz on Blackman went in there, and both of those linemen went after Blackman, which allowed Julius to get in there free, and the two of them were talking about it afterwards. And Alphonse and Gaston act there.
You take him. No, I'll take him. Second down and 10, that's what it means. And that's at the Patriots' 35-yard line. Here's Marino with Tony Nathan, the single setback behind him. Strong right formation. Marino back. Deep drop, looking to throw. Fires! Complete to the 25-yard line. That's going to be a first down. First down, Miami. Fred Marion came up and put the shot on tight end Bruce Hardy. Wasn't alone. Double coverage there. But Hardy gets his second catch of the drive. And it means first down and 10 Dolphins at the Patriots 25.
That's the way the play is drawn up. What a beautiful looking play, even if you're looking at it from the Patriots side of the field. The tight end Hardy on the right side just curled up at the first down marker. Pretty good coverage in there, but a perfect pass by Marino. Hit him right in the numbers. Wasn't anything Nelson could do about it.
Marino 4 for 5 and 46 yards so far in the game. Marino in the turn, the handoff. Davenport right side, pulling his way down to the 22, maybe inside the 22. He took a couple of shots. Last one was from Don Blackman. Julius Adams made the principal hit. and that stops the first quarter at the 22-yard line of the Patriots, where it'll be Miami's football. But the end of one quarter, it's the Patriots 3 and the Dolphins nothing. Ball second down and 8 on the Patriots 22-yard line. Patriots lead 3-0. We're about to start the second quarter. Mark Duper had a super catch in this drive. A 12-yarder, made a nice one going into the middle. But that's his first catch now in 3 games. He went 2 games before this without being able to pull one in. That doesn't augur well.
I think he got thrown out of one of them, though, didn't he, John? Was that the...
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, but still, you're right. It doesn't augur well at all.
And here come the Dolphins. Strong right formation, split backfield. Nathan and Davenport. Marino, the quarterback. 34 defense Patriots outside left linebackers up. Back is Marino. Deep drop, looking, guns it out to the left side. Incomplete. There was coverage there, but Mark Duper couldn't hold the ball as it sailed toward the far sideline. He was turning out on that play and could not do it. Ronnie Lippett was there in coverage, and it's going to be now a 3rd down and 8 for the Dolphins at the 22-yard line of New England. And a situational defense comes in to augment the pass defense for the Patriots. Rod McSwain is in the lineup.
I think Smiley Creswell is in the lineup, too, a defensive left end.
Just came in. And now, the Patriots against the Dolphins shotgun offense. Here is Marino on the count. It's 3rd down and 8 from the 22. Marino's got the ball. He drops back, guns it right side. It's complete at the 10-yard line. Mark Clayton hauled it in and stepped out of bounds. Rod McSwain there in coverage couldn't handle that one. And it's going to be 1st down, Miami, at the Patriots' 10-yard line.
McSwain is the nickel back, comes in on 3rd down. It seems as though every time Marino sees that, he goes right after him. He had Lippett over there to help out, but Lippett couldn't get there in time.
It was a perfectly thrown pass. Nice catch. That's almost impossible to defend there at the sideline as Clayton was stepping out. 12 yards in the play. 1st down. And it looks like goal to go. They can't make a 1st down here, so split backfield, strong right formation, motion left to right. Is Clayton back as Marino guns incomplete. Intended for Duper. I want to tell you, he really drills the ball. Threw it so hard that Duper couldn't even hope to hold on to it. Raymond Claiborne was there in coverage. Marino put it there, John.
That was a bullet shot that's slanted from the left side. That's a touchdown if he catches it. I don't even think he saw it, much less had any chance of catching it.
How do you catch a bullet? Superman can. Mark Super Duper? Well, he couldn't that time. Strong left formation, split backfield for Miami. Patriots in the 30. Dropping back is Marino. Fires into the end zone, complete for a touchdown to Dan Johnson, the tight end. Dan Johnson holds it in. Dolphins on the board, 1st time. They take the lead.
Deep in the back of the end zone, almost out of the end zone, but not quite a perfect pass by Dan Marino. The problem was he had too much time to throw the ball, had time to look all over the field, and finally found his tight end. So it come in from the left side and was moving down on the back line of the end zone. A high pass, there was just no way that Marion or Roland James could stop it.
Don Strawcoles, Claude Rebays will go for the extra point. He hits it, and it's good. 14 minutes and 39 seconds left in the 1st half, and the Dolphins lead the Patriots now 7-3. Dangerous Dan Marino, surgical-like passing skills reflected in that drive as he cut loose with a couple of dandies. There were a couple that his receivers couldn't hold on to, John, but he still continued to drill the ball, and there's no way you can defend a ball thrown like that.
He was really firing the ball, and it's interesting in that drive, although Duper got 1 pass, 3 of them were caught by tight ends, and the final one for the touchdown. And the other thing I think that doesn't bode well for the Patriots, John, Marino's had too much time to throw it. I mean, they've got to put some pressure on him. In the past, when they've done that, you know, he's human, he throws it up for grabs, but he's back there right now just picking the defense apart, at least on that drive. 10-yard touchdown pass to Dan Johnson. And the Dolphins on their 3rd possession prior to that had gone absolutely nowhere. They've only been able to get 7 yards in their 2 previous possessions, but nice-looking drive that time by the Miami Dolphins, and they have taken the lead here, 7-3.
the new guy in town at the kicking position for Miami. But he's had a pretty good year for them. Uwe von Schaman was the man he replaced. He was here for a long time, long enough to emblazon his name in the minds of Miami fans, of course.
This Revez can kick it, John. He's only missed 5 field goal attempts.
And he hits this one high, end over end, and short. Starring will take it at the 16-yard line. He's up over the 20, the 25. He's to the 30. Breaks loose. Still going. Knocked out of bounds near the 34-yard line by the kicker, Fuad Revez. John, that is the second time that Starring has come up the left side and that Fuad Revez has had to knock him out of bounds to save the day.
Yeah, that first one, the opening kickoff of the game, almost went all the way. That one really was in no danger of going all the way, but 2 nice returns by Starring.
35 and 18 yards, respectively. Patriots have first down and 10 at their own 34-yard line. They trail now 7-3. This is the AFC Championship game at the Orange Bowl in Miami. High formation. Robert Weathers and Mosi Tutupu set in that. Tony Eason, the quarterback. Derek Ramsey in motion to the right. The turn and the handoff goes to Weathers' right side. Runs into trouble. Sneaks his way up over the 35 to about the 37-yard line. Looks like a gain of 3. Patriots will go second down and 7. Bob Brudzinski, the outside left linebacker, put the hit on Robert Weathers that time.
Dolphins have done a fairly nice job of stopping the run of the Patriots. Patriots were only able to get 32 yards on the ground in the first quarter.
14 minutes left first half. Weathers and Tutupu remain as the running back tandem. I formation, 34 defense, Miami. Derek Ramsey motion to the right. Here's the turn. Handoff. Collins, he's up over the 40. Now check it. Robert Weathers. And he comes to the 43, maybe 44-yard line. Robert Weathers coming through over his own left tackle. Jay Brophy made the hit. Gain on the play of about 7 yards, but they're just shy, it seems, of a first down. The officials look down the line. They indicate that it's about a foot away from a first down, so the Patriots now have a third down and short yardage situation.
It brings in Hawthorne and Lynn Dawson. They'll run with 2 tight ends and a wingback.
Robert Weathers' running style is not like Tony Collins, but when he came over that left side, he looked a little in terms of form like Tony. Here's Hawthorne, turning out to the right. The handoff goes to Robert Weathers, and he's up over the 45 for the first down. Robert Weathers to the 46-yard line. He went up over Ron Wooten and Steve Moore and Pete Brock. That was the side. And the Patriots have a first and 10 at the 46. Mark Brown, the inside right linebacker, was the guy who scraped down to make the hit on the play.
Excellent movement by the Patriots offensive line on the right side. Surprisingly on the right. Not surprising there was good movement, but the Patriots don't normally go to the right side. That time they did, and there's plenty of room there. Art Plunkett has come in at right tackle, replacing Steve Moore. I don't know whether it's equipment or an injury. I'll check it out.
And here are the Patriots now first and 10 at their own 46-yard line. Strong left formation. The handoff goes on the right side. Mosi Tutupu is hit at the line of scrimmage. It was Bob Brudzinski, who's having a heck of a game at left outside linebacker, who made the hit. Mosi maybe got 2 yards in the play. That's what he got. Going to be second down and 8 now with 12:09 left in the first half.
Looks like a helmet problem for Steve Moore. He's healthy. They're just fixing his helmet over on the sideline, so he'll be back.
Dolphins lead 7-3. Art Plunkett is the right tackle in place of Steve Moore. Patriots have a strong left formation. The Dolphins have 3 down linemen. Here's the turn. Handoff. Weathers, left side. Tries to turn it up and does. Breaks over the 50, the 45, to the 40. He's down to the 35, the 30, to the 25. Cuts it right, then to the left, down to the 15, to the 10. Robert Weathers is knocked out of bounds at the 8-yard line. After a great run coming down the left side, he bounced off tacklers at midfield. He bounced off them again down near the 20. Robert Weathers finally taken out of bounds by William Judson. 44 yards on the play. Patriots first down and goal to go now at the 8-yard line of the Dolphins.
Never seen a better run by any running back, much less Robert Weathers. Just a tremendous effort around the left side. They had him stopped 3 or 4 times in the course of that run. Had him stopped at the line of scrimmage, just shook off tacklers, and the Patriots are threatening.
Tony Collins and Craig James are the running backs now, split behind Tony Eason. Eason with a slot to the left side. Here's Eason on the turn. He hands off to Craig James, right side, trying to make a move, and he gets cut around the ankles, but down he goes to about the 6-yard line. Took a couple of good shots over there on the right side, but let's see how they spot it. I just saw the officials slide the ball back toward the 7, the Devil. Hugh Green and Jay Brophy Finally brought Craig James down after a gain of a couple of yards. They're going to spot it closer to the 6, John.
Second time the Patriots have been here today. They've only gotten a field goal out of it. Second down now. They haven't gotten it down. They got down to the 1-yard line on the prior drive. They're in the noisy end of the field right now, too.
Split backfield behind Tony Eason. Collins and James. Strong right formation. Here's Eason. He's back. He's looking to throw. Pulls the trigger. It's complete to the 4-yard line. A gain of about 3. Tony Collins made the catch. He had to make a diving catch. Went straight down. Got touched on the back. Hugh Green was over there. And so, too, was Bud Brown, the safety. So there was no advance. Ball goes to the 4-yard line, gain of 2. It's going to be now a 3rd down and goal to go from the 4.
Once again, a nice decision by Eason. Stanley Morgan on the post was not there. He didn't try and force it in there. He just threw it out to his outlet back.
Patriots walk up to the 4-yard line. 3rd down. Here's Tony Eason. Strong left formation, split backfield. Eason drops back. Looks to throw. He pumps once and throws. Touchdown! Patriots. Tony Collins catches in the end zone, and the Patriots have the lead.
What a beautiful play by quarterback Tony Eason. Back to pass. Fortunately, he had plenty of time. Excellent protection by the offensive line. His first 2 receivers were not open. He tried to throw it. He pumped once. Then the moment of indecision. Do I run with the ball? What do I do? All of a sudden, Collins broke off of his receiver, broke his pattern off of his cover man, and broke up in the end zone. Fortunately, Eason saw him and threw a beautiful pass. Touchdown.
Patriots lead 9-7. Tony Franklin is in to attempt the extra point. A 4-yard touchdown toss to Tony Collins. Eason holds. Franklin will kick. Here's the snap. The boot is up. Yes, it's good. 10-10 left in the first half. And the Patriots have taken the lead 10-7. We'll be back to the AFC Championship game right after this message.
The Johnson Collection.
Under our contractual agreement with the Patriots for this broadcast, the announcers for this game have been selected by WEEI, the Helen Broadcasting Company, always subject to the approval of the Patriots Football Club. Beautiful 44-yard run by Robert Weathers set up the Patriots' go-ahead touchdown. Tony Franklin's got it teed up. John Carlson's ready to tell us about it.
Thank you, John Morris. Tony Franklin will kick it, and deep and straight away is Lorenzo Hampton. Here's the kickoff, end over end. Hampton slides to his right, takes it at the 8 over the 10, 15, cutting back to the left over the 20, 25. Here's Hampton running into traffic and down at about the 32-yard line. Lorenzo Hampton, nice run back, coming down the right side. He had to slide over to take that kick, angling to that side. He got 24 yards in the return. Ernest Gibson made the hit on the play, and the Dolphins offense steps onto the field with a 1st down and 10. Spotting is going to be smack dab on the 31-yard line of Miami.
John, I really can't recall seeing many better runs than that one that Robert Weathers just got, that 44-yard run. I mean, he shook off, I think, 15 or 16 Dolphin tacklers on that one. He really looked good.
He did. He showed power, he showed speed, and deceptiveness, all in the same run. Nice going. Here are the Dolphins now. They trail 10-7. Dropping back is Dan Marino, 1st down and 10. Looking to throw. Drills one complete to the 36-yard line. That one caught by Tony Nathan.
There's no way you stop that one. Nathan coming out of the backfield just breaks it off to the sideline in a perfect pass. I don't know what you do about it except try and strip the ball loose after he catches it. Nelson's playing hurt, incidentally. The shoulder's bothering him, but he's still in there.
Joe Carter replaces Tony Nathan in the Dolphins' backfield. 9.5 minutes to go first half. Patriots lead 10-7. 2nd down and 4 Dolphins. They're at their own 37-yard line. Strong left formation. Patriots in the 34 defense. Fumble. Marino dropped the ball under center. Ball is loose. Patriots say they've got it. The officials say they've got it too. Patriots recover the Dan Marino fumble at the 36-yard line. Lester Williams apparently jumped on the football, and the Patriots have the football on Dolphins real estate. The ball will be spotted at the 36. 1st down and 10. They lead 10-7. An opportunity here.
What a tremendous opportunity. The second time they've had an excellent opportunity after a Dolphin fumble. A second turnover by the Dolphins. That time, Marino never actually got the ball from Dwight Stevenson, the center. Ball just flew up in the air, and Lester Williams was right there.
So the Patriots offense is back at it. Here's Stanley Morgan to the near side. Stephen Starring is wide out to the right. Split backfield, Collins and James. Motion, Starring, a U-turn back out to the right. Here's Eason, the handoff. It's a flea flicker. James back to Eason. Eason to the end zone. It's going to sail high and out of there. Intended for Stanley Morgan. Eason really let her rip. Stanley reached for it near the end line, could not get it. He goes down incomplete. Glenn Blackwood was down underneath him, as a matter of fact. At the very end of the field, the closed end at the Orange Bowl, they went up to the boards there. It's going to be a second down for the Patriots. They tried to take the big bite on that one. Almost worked.
Wasn't there, though. Morgan was well covered. And I think what Eason did was he just threw it to the back of the end zone and hoped that he'll go up and fight for it. And he just threw it out too far.
Collins and James. Handoff goes to James. Breaks through the middle, down over the 30-yard line and into the 28-yard line of the Dolphins. Bob Brudzinski made the stop. He had to do some chasing downfield to get it, though. 8 yards on the play. That was a second down play, so it means 3rd and 2 for the Patriots. Ball is spotted just inside the 29 toward the 28-yard line. Stanley Morgan is out. Cedric Jones in the game now. 8:34 left first half, 10-7 Patriots. Patriots heading toward the closed end of the stadium here. Collins and James, the setback. We're going to slot to the right. Here's Eason on the turn, the handoff. James coming up through the middle, and he streaks his way down to the 25-yard line. That ought to be good for a first down. Craig James came up the middle using Brock and Wooten. Essentially, he was leaning to the right. Mike Charles and Bob Brudzinski made the stop for the Dolphins. 1st and 10, New England.
Just a tremendous surge by the red-shirted Patriots offensive line. You could just see all those red shirts moving forward, the white shirts going backwards. That was an easy first down for the Patriots. And that offensive line of the Patriots not only is giving Easton plenty of time to throw the ball, but they're beginning to dominate the line of scrimmage on the runs, too.
Steve Moore is back in the game. Art Plunkin is out. Patriots are going with an I formation motion. Derek Ramsey to the left. Handoff goes. Craig James breaks it up through the middle. Over the 15. He's down at the 13-yard line. Craig James was the up back in the I. Looks like a fumble. Dolphins are pointing in their direction, but there's no such ruling from the officials. Craig might have lost the ball when he went down, and if it happened when he made contact with the ground, it is not a fumble. Bud Brown was the guy who made the stop, but Craig James gets it inside the 15. It's going to be first down at 10 at the Dolphins' 13.
What a great sucker block by Pete Brock. He just set up and showed pass to Mike Charles, the nose tackle. Charles went flying by him, never did see the running back.
And the up back got the handoff to make the quick shot to the line of scrimmage. Now it's an offset split backfield. Strong left formation turn. Handoff goes to James again. Tries to elude a tackle and can't. Nice defensive play by Hugh Green on Craig James. No gain on the play. Patriots will have a second down and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Nice tackle by Hugh Green, the outside right linebacker. The play was designed to go inside him. Patriots had pulled Wooten up over the center. The play was supposed to go inside, and Craig James just made a decision to take it outside. I think it was the wrong decision, John, which is easy for me to say up here, but there was room inside.
Stanley Morgan back in the game. He's going to be a twin receiver on the right side with Stephen Starring. Split backfield. Tony Eason, the quarterback. Strong left formation. Here's Eason. He's back and he wants to throw. Pulls the trigger into the middle. It's complete. Stanley Morgan. 5. Stanley Morgan fighting to the 2-yard line. Stanley Morgan finally caught up with by about 4 Dolphins. But the Patriots with Tony Eason did the trick for a first down. 11 yards on the play.
Another nice play by Stanley Morgan. You said it earlier, John. I think you're right. Stanley Morgan is fired up for this game. He's playing well. He's hanging on to the ball. He was hit hard by 3 or 4 Dolphins down there and still hung on the ball. Almost broke it loose for the touchdown.
Well, he came by with a finger-popping tune in the locker room, walked by me and said, "You wouldn't remember that song. You're not old enough."
He must be blind.
Well, I tell you, I think he's a great guy. Mosi Tupu and Robert Weathers. It's Eason on the fake, fires into the end zone, and that one is a touchdown. Patriots, and Derek Ramsey holds it in. The Patriots on first down with Tony Eason in control from 2 yards out. Got the touchdown on a little roll right and a throw to Derek Ramsey.
Excellent faking inside. Eason rolled out to the right all by himself. They didn't bring a lineman out there to help out. And he rolled out. It looked like he had the option to run. It wasn't there. He waited for his tight end to break out. His tight end sneak, they called, off into the corner of the end zone. He threw it low, but it was an excellent catch by Ramsey for the touchdown.
Tony Franklin is in to attempt to tack on the extra point. Here's the snap. The kick is up, and it is good. The Patriots, with 5:25 left in the first half, now lead the Dolphins 17-7. And we'll be back right after this message.
on the first half, and there are a lot of potential stars for the Patriots. They are jumping on the Miami Dolphins at this point. The Dolphins have turned it over twice. The Patriots have turned that into 10 points, and they lead at 17-7. I'm not going to mention the fact, John, that the Raiders were winning 17-7 last week in the second quarter, too. 5 minutes and 25 seconds left to go in the half. Tony Franklin's got it ready to kick it off.
Thanks for keeping it quiet. Lorenzo Hampton deep. Franklin sets the ball on the tee, so we're just about set to see what the Dolphins plan to do offensively coming back at him.
What a nice catch that was by Morgan to set up the touchdown. Morgan took it down to the 1. Excellent effort by Stanley.
Yeah, that was the thing that really did it. Got him in position, then zing. So the Patriots convert a turnover to a touchdown. Now, Franklin hammers it end over end, coming over as Hampton. It bounces. Hampton's going to let it go out of bounds. Illegal procedure, automatic call coming back, and Tony Franklin will re-kick from the 30-yard line. His kicks have been angling to that side. Tony is a right-footed kicker, and he has a tendency to come across the ball and pull it on deep kicks. And did, of course, that time coming down to the near side. And Hampton elected to let it go out of bounds rather than to field it. It had a high bounce. Smart decision by Hampton. Those high bouncers you got to wait for, and as you wait for them, you got to keep your eye on the ball, and you can take a real serious blast and lose the football.
Don't you know that Hampton and all the Dolphins are aware of what the Patriots have done on their own kickoffs so far this year, at least in the last 4 games?
Successive, as a matter of fact, where the Patriots have been able to score on such a play. Let's pause for station identification. This is the New England Patriots Football Network. Tony Franklin approaches the ball, hammers it. It's high. It's end over end, this time to the far side. Hampton at the 15, coming up over the 20 on the left side of the 25 to the 30. He's up over the 35. Flag goes down. Hampton over the 40. Hampton up to the 44-yard line. There's a flag on the play. There is also an injured Patriot. That's Ernest Gibson, down at about the 26-yard line.
He's down and injured because he was clipped by Alex Moyer, a linebacker over there. That's what the Patriots are upset about. That was a cheap shot. Somebody could have been seriously hurt, and there's a little bit of a crowd over there talking to Moyer about it, as he looked like might have been a knee problem.
Yeah, they're pulling one of those players out. Is that Moyer that's coming out of the pack, being yanked by his jersey and told by a teammate to get out?
Gibson's down. Yeah, Gibson's still down. They're looking at his knee. Patriots are furious about it. They're still jawing at the Dolphins about it. In fairness, Moyer knew he'd done the wrong thing. He didn't do it intentionally. He went over to make sure that the Patriot player was okay. And he is. He's walking off the field.
Well, the ball is spotted back now on the 17-yard line. That's where the Dolphins will have it first down. It'll be 1st and 10, and they'll have to work it out from behind the 20. Tony Nathan in the backfield now for the Dolphins. 17-7 Patriots, 5:08 left in the first half. Dangerous Dan Marino is a guy that can turn a game around with a couple of throws.
Important series for the Patriots defensively right here.
Here's Marino, takes the drop, looks, has protection, fires left, complete. He's got a first down. That's at the 28-yard line. Complete to Mark Duper. And Duper was quickly hit by Raymond Claiborne.
Now, the Patriots have not doubled up on those wideouts very often so far in this game, John. That surprises me a little bit. Maybe it surprises the Dolphins, too. They were expecting it, but they've left Lippett and Claiborne on single coverage for the most part out there.
Marino is 8 for 12 so far for 84 yards. Starting to build up his stats. Out of the game, Mark Clayton and tight end Dan Johnson. 4:28 left first half. Here are the Dolphins, 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Strong right formation, wing back set on the right side, 2. Here's Marino, hands off to the wing back, coming back on the left, Woody Bennett. Bennett up to the 30-yard line, gain of a couple of yards. Ran into trouble. Patriots had defensive penetration on the right. Larry McGrew is the guy that gave him the downing shot.
It was a smart play by Larry McGrew. The Dolphins were trying to go back across the grain, a counter play, hoping that the linebackers were over pursuing. And McGrew didn't. He stayed right there, stayed at home, they call it. And he was right there when the back ran into him.
Ball spotted just over the 30-yard line, but it's 2nd down and 8 there. Here are the Dolphins. Strong right formation. Tony Nathan single setback. Ron Davenport set on the right side. Back now is Marino into the middle. Complete to Clayton. Clayton still going. Falls. He tried to make a cut back upfield at about the 46-yard line. and his footing was not solid. He slipped and fell. Fred Marion, Patriots free safety, came over the top on him, along with Roland James, strong safety, but that's good for a 1st and 10 as the Dolphins move it up to their 46-yard line.
They really need some pressure on Marino. They haven't blitzed Andre Tippett very much so far today, John. He's dropping back in coverage, and Marino is just standing back there and throwing at will right now.
And he got 15 yards in the last throw. Here they come again, 1st and 10, now on their own 46. Nathan and Bennett, the setback, split behind Marino, strong right formation. Here's Marino back looking to throw. Marino unloads down the left sideline. That's the deep throw, and it bobbled and then knocked loose. Raymond Claiborne tipped it and then looked to see if he could get under his own tip. Well, he couldn't, but the thing just went dibbling into the end zone, and it's incomplete, intended for Mark Duper down the left sideline. It comes back, and it's going to be 2nd down and 10 at the 46.
Excellent coverage by Raymond Claiborne, all-pro Raymond Claiborne. He was with Duper all the way down that left sideline, and actually, I don't think Duper ever got a hand on the ball. Claiborne tipped it, and a hits-up play, I thought, by Claiborne. He tipped it towards the inside of the field so that he would have a chance rather than Duper to go for it.
Joe Carter and Ron Davenport, now the setbacks, split behind Marino. Strong right formation, 30 defense, Patriots. Marino's back, deep drop, looking to throw, fires. That one's complete. Complete to the big guy, Ron Davenport. He's on Patriots real estate now at the 45-yard line. That is going to be a yard shy of a 1st down. Make it 3rd and 1. Gain of 9 on that play. Steve Nelson, Roland James on the hit for New England.
Now, Tippett was there that time, just a little bit too late, but he got a piece of Marino. I think he got a piece of the ball, too, but it still got to the receiver. Trying to block Tippett with a guard, Steve Clark, and Tippett just ran over him that time.
2 minutes and 17 seconds left, 1st half. Patriots 17, the Dolphins 7. Dolphins football, 3rd down and a yard to go. They tighten up their formation up front. Nathan and Davenport, the running backs. Play action fake to Davenport. Here's Marino on the fire. It's complete to Bruce Hardy. Hardy is down to the 15-yard line. Fred Marion took him down. They're going to spot it at the 16. 1st down and 10. Dolphins on a nice play action fake. They had the big guy Davenport in there, but they didn't give him the ball. They went for a bigger piece of the action than that, and they got 30 yards. 1st and 10.
You have to admire the call. 3rd and 1, a beautiful call, beautiful fake, slanted over the middle. It fooled Fred Marion. Tight end was open for the big 1st down.
And we're down to the 2-minute warning here at the Orange Bowl in Miami, Florida, where the scores, the Patriots 17, the Dolphins 7. We'll be back right after this message.
We've been talking throughout the game and throughout the season when you're talking about the Dolphins about how quickly Dan Marino can move his team upfield. The Cleveland Browns found that out last week, and the Patriots are seeing it right now. For the most part, throughout the 1st half, the Patriots defense has managed to stop the Dolphins fairly well, but every once in a while, and there's been 2 drives in this half, and Marino gets it going, and he can move that team upfield in a hurry. Now they're threatening with the 2-minute warning. Patriots out in front 17-7.
Guy gives you fright, doesn't he?
Well, they're starting to move Tippett in there. They're trying to put some pressure on him, but throughout the 1st half, there hasn't been much pressure on Marino, and that is frightening when he can stand back there and pick you apart.
Absolutely right. It's frightening for a defensive back, I can tell you that, to be back there with a guy who can unload the way he does, because it just takes the snap of a finger, and he's got the ball to his receiver, and how do you adjust on that?
He is sharp today, too, John. Those passes he's throwing are right on the money.
Here are the Dolphins, 1st and 10 at the Patriots' 16-yard line. Davenport and Nathan split behind Marino. Strong right formation. Patriots have the 34 defense, outside linebackers up, and here's Marino back, and he does want to throw. He lets her go, and there is a drop ball in the end zone. Dan Johnson, again, a tight end, turned inside and dropped the football. Well, now, friends, that one was a close call. Johnson just may have had his hands in the wrong position, but the ball nonetheless glanced off them, and now it's going to be 2nd down and 10 from the 16 of New England.
Johnson's already scored 1 touchdown today. That time on the right side, he was covered by Tippett. Was he wide open in the end zone? And he just dropped it. They shouldn't say he was attempted to be covered by Tippett because he wasn't anywhere near it.
1:52 left. Clock stopped in the incomplete pass. Joe Carter, single setback, slot right, wide out left. Patriots 17-7 over the Dolphins, but here's Marino to Carter, left side. Carter rips down to the 15 and gets nailed at about the 13. He's quick as a cat, isn't he? Nice acceleration at the line of scrimmage. Johnny Rembert shot him down after a gain of 3 yards on the play.
Johnny Rembert is in there, an inside linebacker. I wonder whether Nelson's shoulder, how much it's bothering him. We haven't heard anything. Now he goes out. Also, Smiley Creswell's been playing quite a bit of defensive left end.
They bring Ernest Gibson in, so they've got the extra back in here.
Hasn't worked. Every time they go 5 backs, Marino picks it apart.
That's right. Let's see how it works this time. 1:14 left, clock is running. Marino goes to the shotgun. 3rd down and 8. At the 13-yard line of New England, Tony Nathan single set back. Marino fires, and it's incomplete. Ron Lippin was coming across in coverage on that play. The ball, however, shot by Joe Rose. Incomplete. And then Ron ran into Rose and knocked it down. Crowd was hooting a little bit, looking for a call, but there wasn't any need for one. Joe Rose has always been tough on New England. Fuad Reves comes into the game. Patriots defense did what you asked, John. They hold them to a field goal attempt, 4th and 8 at the 14, and Fuad Reves will attempt from about the 22, a 32-yard kick. Don Strock is holding. Here's the snap. It's high. It goes down. Reves lets her rip, and it's no good. He misses that field goal attempt. The Patriots defense doesn't just hold them to a field goal, but rather the attempt, and it's unsuccessful. With 1 minute left to go in the first half, the Patriots lead remains 17-7.
Well, it's awfully hard to overstate the importance of that drive by the Miami Dolphins in favor of the Patriots. The Dolphins went 63 yards, got it down to the Patriots' 14-yard line, had a sure touchdown in the hands of a pass to from Marino to tight end Joe Rose. He dropped it, so the Dolphins had to settle for a field goal to try. 32 yards, got a high snap from the center, and a bad kick by Reves, and the Dolphins get nothing out of it.
I was just looking. That was Larry Lee, I believe. I think he did the snap on that one. He put it up a little too high. That knocked off the timing and rhythm.
Knocked it off a little bit.
It
was a good hold by Strock. I think Strock's the holder. He went up and grabbed it, and he managed to get it down on the ground, but it does, John. It throws off the rhythm. It destroys the concentration of the kicker. And when I describe that type of thing, believe me, I'm talking from experience.
Yeah, I remember when you were known as High Snapper during your playing days.
I was called a lot of things by the fans, but not that.
I sort of like that. It has one of those Clint Eastwood sounds. I would think you'd find it acceptable. Patriots are out 1st and 10 at their own 20. Quinn receivers to the right. Weathers and Tupu the back. Here's Weathers getting the handoff, blasting his way back to the line of scrimmage. Mike Charles put a pretty good shot on him at the 20-yard line along with Hugh Green. And the ball is down with a very slight gain of about a foot on the play. So it's going to be 2nd down. Call it 2nd and 9 to keep it even. 53 seconds left here in the first half. Patriots lead 17-7, and a timeout is taken.
That drive by the Dolphins, John, let's talk about that again. That has got to plant just a little bit of seed of doubt in their minds as they go into the locker room at halftime. They, instead of being 17-14 and being able to get the quick touchdowns almost on demand as they do, that time they move all the way down the field and get absolutely nothing out of it. They've got to be wondering a little bit surprised, speaking of the Dolphins, with 53 seconds left to go. Instead of electing to let the Patriots run out the clock, they've called a timeout. They're going to try and make the Patriots punt, obviously. And then maybe they're going to try and go after and block one. But a very important drive and a very important series of plays by the Patriots on defense.
Well, you mentioned that potential for the punt block, and of course the Dolphins saw last week's game and they saw one blocked, and maybe that's exactly what they have in mind here, taking this one.
Could be. They've called a timeout. That means they've got, what do they have? I can't see the clock. I think they have 1 left. No, 2 left.
Exactly. Patriots break the huddle now and move it up. They've got a 2nd and 9 from their 21-yard line. Stanley Morgan wide to the left side. Stephen Starring wide out to the right. Split backfield. To Tupu and Weathers. Handoff Weathers right side. He gets up over the 25-yard line. Robert Weathers was going down as he approached the 25-yard line. Got caught by Glenn Blackwood, the strong safety. Did get 4 yards in the play. And it's going to be a 3rd down and 5. Again, The Dolphins take a timeout here to stop the clock, so they've got 1 remaining and 47 seconds left in the first half.
In case you're wondering about Robert Weathers, and he really has been the star of the game so far, a 44-yard run, a couple of key first downs that Weathers has picked up, and he's been in there and playing quite a bit. They've alternated both sets of running backs. Weathers plays in there with Katupu, and they're playing more and more in this game, I think, than they have in some time. And the Patriots, it seems to me, John, are just electing to stay with a hot back. Weathers is playing well, so continue to give him the ball.
Sure, it makes him happy. Robert likes to see the field, but he's not unlike any other football player. I don't really like to stand around on the sideline. And I guess there are a lot of reasons for that. Mostly pride, but obviously makes a difference in your salary, too, before things are done.
Well, the thing of it is, when you're doing that, and when you're in that situation as a player, you don't get many opportunities on the field, and you've really got to capitalize on them when you do. And I think Weathers has done a tremendous job of that all year.
Yeah, and a great run today, that 44-yarder. It helped bolster the total, John. The Patriots have run for 126 yards so far in the first half, as opposed to 16 for Miami. Of course, the passing numbers are in Miami's favor. Here are the Patriots 3rd and 5 at their own 25. I formation, motion, Stephen starring right to left. Here's the turn. Handoff goes to Weathers. Coming through and does not get the first down. He came up over the right side, got 4 yards. That will run him down about a yard shy. 42 seconds left in the clock. The Dolphins expend their final timeout. Jackie Shipp made the hit for Miami, and the ball goes down shy of the 30-yard line. 4th down. It's really a little over a yard to go. They'll call it 4th down and 2. Tom Vigorito comes onto the field. He is their punt returner. He's walking deep. Rich Camarillo in for the Patriots. Dolphins presumably will be looking to block this one.
It's really all they can do because they've used up all the timeouts, and there's 42 seconds left. Vigorito is standing on his own 30. I got to thinking for a minute, John, about that rule in the NFL that if you fair catch a punt, then you can have a free kick for 3 points right after that. But he's not going to be able to do it from where he's standing. They're going to have to be a very short punt by Camarillo to take advantage of that.
I know you like Fuad Revege. You think he's a great kicker, but I would suspect an 80-yard try might be too much.
Yeah, well, let's see where... I agree with you, absolutely. But let's see where Camarillo's going to stand when he kicks it. He'll be on his own 15-yard line. Now he's moving back farther to about the 12.
That, of course, is to increase the angle. And the Dolphins will be looking, see if they can't get up the way the Raiders did last week. 42 seconds left on the clock. Camarillo is at the 14-yard line. Vigorito at his own 27. Here's the snap. High. Camarillo goes up and gets it off, and it's a nice punt. Downfield, Vigorito fields at the 23 over the 25, left side 30, and he runs it out of bounds at about the 31-yard line. Helped considerably by Greg Hawthorne in that play, along with Ed Williams, who also drove him out. 49-yard punt by Rich Camarillo, and that sets the Dolphins back far enough, I think, with 31 seconds left in the clock. They have no timeout. Patriots lead 17-7, and the Dolphins offense steps onto the field with Dan Marino, who, of course, can do damage to you.
That's a big play by Rich Camarillo. Excellent punt when they really needed it. 49 yards, hit it down the right sideline. Vigorito had no help back there because the Dolphins rushed 10 men, and the Patriots were just all over him. But a big play now because the Dolphins have no timeouts left.
Patriots put in their nickel defense. Marino has thrown for 139 yards here in the first half, but his team trails by 10. 31 seconds left in the clock. First down and 10. Dolphins in their own 31. They go right to the shotgun. Triple wide out right. And here's Marino back, throwing the screen into the middle. And Don Blackman reads the screen and buries the receiver, Tony Nathan, at the 30, or rather the 29-yard line. I think that Nathan, when he turned, might have dropped the ball. Did he? He did. So it's going to be right back to the original line of scrimmage. Make it 2nd down and 10 now. And 26 seconds left on the clock because it's an incomplete pass. Blackman read that nicely.
He really did. Nice call by the Dolphins. They had everybody strung out, wide receivers all over the field. 3 of them over here on the right side. Ran the inside screen, and Blackman was right there. Not fooled at all.
Here they come again. Moore, Rose, and Clayton here to the near side. Triple wide out right. Shotgun, the snap to Marino, steps up in the pocket, and he fires, and that one is knocked down Don Blackman turned, saw the ball, and knocked it down, and he's there saying, man, I had a shot. That would have been a go, and he would have been able to go all the way on that one.
I don't think he had a shot, John. I think he was defending himself. He was out there in the flat, and that ball was a rifle shot over there, hit him in the hand. I don't even think he knew it was, I think he thought it was a player that hit him when he came over there.
Well, part of it was relief, and the other part was, geez, if I had turned just a little bit more quickly, I could have gone someplace.
I tell you, he can catch a ball like that. I'm going to give him a number 80.
Number 80 is worn by Joe Rose, and he is a wideout right. Nate Moore and Mark Duper and Mark Clayton are all split. Here is Marino back. Pressure. They drive him down to the ground at the 17-yard line with 17 seconds left on the clock. Patriots leading 17-7. Andre Tippett and Garen Barris went back and buried Marino for a loss of 14 yards on the play, and now the Dolphins have a fourth down, so they did nothing at all with the ball in this instance. Of course, you knew what they wanted to do. The Patriots may have had an advantage, clearly figuring they were going to throw the ball, but now 15 seconds left on the clock. Patriots take a timeout as into the game comes the Miami punter Reggie Roby.
And now the shoe's on the other foot. Isn't that an interesting turn of events? The Patriots defense has really fired up on that series. Marino got absolutely nothing, and now with 15 seconds left, the Patriots are going to have a chance.
I think it's good for a defense to send an opposing quarterback to the locker room at halftime thinking about being squished.
Is that as in squish the fish?
Exactly.
Yes.
Just before the half, it's his last thought. It's got to be.
Well, he was squished that time, wasn't he? It was Tippett that got there first, but Barris got the sack. And I'll tell you something, Marino felt that when he was squished.
Roby's last punt was a 34-yarder. Roby tends, though, to put it up high enough to bring rain. He doesn't have to do that today. The rain's already here.
Roland James is replacing Irving Pryor. We haven't had a chance to mention. Of course, everybody knows that Irving's injury, a wound to his right hand caused by a knife. But at any rate, Roland James is back there, and he's not too bad at these things either.
Roland is at about the 37-yard line. Here's Roby's punt. He puts it up there. It's a good punt. Drives James back to the 34, and James calls for the fair catch there. And the Patriots have the ball with 8 seconds left. Now, of course, they can elect to just let the clock expire, or Eason could drop back and fire.
I'm no surprised at James there. I mean, he was taking the conservative approach, made the fair catch, and I suppose that's the right thing, John. You don't want to make any mistakes. He's fairly inexperienced at this, at least this year. He's done it in the past. And the main thing was to catch the ball, but he did have some room, I thought, to run with it.
8 seconds left in the first half. Patriots with a 10-point lead. They've got a 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line. It'd take them a long time in the offensive huddle, but they're going to be in the gun.
4 wide receivers.
4 wide receivers to the near side. That's the left side. Stephen Starring, Cedric Jones, Stanley Morgan, and Craig James. Here's the snap. Eason back. Eason stepping. Trouble. Jumps out of trouble. Fires. This one is complete. Coming up to Derek Ramsey. Runs it to midfield. Time runs out in the first half. And that's that. So the Dolphins defended against that quadruple wideout. I've never seen that used by the Patriots in a game before, although they have practiced it. But Eason had to jump out to the right and throw the ball, and that's the way the first half ends. And the score at halftime is the New England Patriots 17, the Miami Dolphins 7. Hi, everybody, from the Orange Bowl, where the Patriots lead the Dolphins 17-7. They jumped out to the 3-0 lead. The statistics tell us, John, that the Patriots are 5-0 on the road this season when scoring first in a game. I know that that's not one of your stats, but I just wanted to tell you that. The fact of the matter is the Dolphins came back, took the lead, and then the Patriots banged it right back at them and grabbed it away.
Well, the Patriots have really played extremely well, John. They're playing as they have been playing, I think, throughout the playoffs with a lot of confidence, with a lot of intensity. I mean, they're really hitting on defense out there, and Marino's had some time to throw the ball, and he's found some receivers, but yet the Patriots haven't given up too many points. They've made a couple of big plays on defense, and they've taken advantage of what the Dolphins have given them as far as turnovers. 2 fumbles. The first one led to a field goal. The Dolphins' first possession, they fumbled the ball, led to a field goal, and then Marino fumbled a snap later on. That led to a touchdown. And the Patriots very opportunistic, just as they were last week. When the opposing team gives it to them, they take it.
And you had some nifty plays in terms of the running game particularly, although Stanley Morgan made a fine catch to set up that touchdown toss of 2 yards to Derek Ramsey. And we had that fine 44-yard run by Robert Weathers, who broke it out on the left side to get things going. Why, it was a pretty good first half of football.
Well, you can't ask for any more than that from the Patriots' point of view. I'm sure all the fans are happy with that one. Take a 17-7 lead over the Dolphins at halftime anytime in the Orange Bowl, won't you?
Sure. And you know what else is significant? It's in the Orange Bowl, and Dan Marino, John, is throwing the football with proper authority. He's got a great snap on the ball. I mean, he's doing what he does best, and he's still trailing 17-7.
I know it, but Dan Marino has a couple of other assets that he does best too, John. That's bring his team from behind, as we all know. They did it last week. What was it, 17-3 at halftime? It was quickly 21-3 in the second half. Cleveland over the Dolphins. In fact, halfway through the third quarter, they were down 21-3, and he brought them back. So, however, he's not playing against the same defense this week as he was against the Browns.
That's right, and it's not 80 degrees on the floor of the Orange Bowl either. If you remember that game, you remember the sideline shot of Biner, for instance, the running back, sitting there in front of a big fan and all that? Well, you won't see anything like that today in this game. The temperature is around 60 degrees, and it's a little on the cool, maybe damp side. It looks as though it's a good day for a team who likes to play power football, and that would be the Patriots.
Well, that's right. The Patriots have done that well, too, John. The offensive line is, I thought, dominated in the first half. They really had some excellent movement off the ball. You could see it from the Patriots' success on the ground. There was a lot of movement by the offensive line. The field, evidently, is not as sloppy as I thought it might have been. They filled in some of the wet spots with some sawdust before the game, and I haven't seen too many players slipping around out there, so evidently that's not a problem. And the Patriots really are playing with authority right now. That's the thing that's impressive to me.
And now what they've got to do is come out in the second half, because I agree with you, Dan Marino is a guy who can bring a team back in a hurry. He's not out of a game ever as far as I can see. So the Patriots do have to be on guard for that. They've got to come out and play as well in the second half as they did in the first.
Well, you get a sense of this game, John, sometimes, and you know, that last drive by the Dolphins when the Patriots were ahead 17-7, and the Dolphins got it with about 5 minutes to go, and they moved all the way down the field. I think they went 64 yards down to the Patriots 14, and then Rose dropped an easy touchdown pass, and so the Dolphins had to settle for what we thought was an easy field goal, and they missed that. I mean, you almost get a sense of, is it destiny or whatever it is, but things are going right, at least in the first half of this game.
You know, I like the idea of thinking of it in terms of destiny rather than in terms of squish the fish.
I never much thought about destiny. I think you got to go out and get it yourself. And that's what the Patriots are doing right now. We've seen these Squish the Fish T-shirts all over the Orange Bowl and all over the hotel last night. And right now, that's what's happening.
Well, we do want to make a correction, too, because a lot of people are of the opinion that a dolphin isn't a fish, but there are two kinds of dolphins, and we would like to call that to their attention. There is the bullhead dolphin, which is, in fact, a fish and a popular dish here in Miami. And then, of course, there is the dolphin as characterized by the one that jumped out of the water as Flipper.
I'm glad you brought that out, John. I lost a lot of sleep last night worrying about that.
Well, I just wanted to bring that to everybody's attention. We are at halftime at the Orange Bowl in Miami, Florida, the AFC Championship game, and the Patriots lead the Dolphins 17-7. We'll be back.
WEEI is presenting a rebroadcast of last Sunday's AFC Conference Championship football game in which New England defeated Miami and won a trip to next week's Super Bowl game, which will be broadcast here on WEEI Sunday afternoon and Sunday evening. Stay tuned now for the Patriots broadcast with our broadcast team of John Carlson and John Morris.
The Johnson Collection.
Well, if you're a Patriot fan, and there's quite a few of us here in the Orange Bowl today, I'd say about 4,000 or 5,000 people have come down from Boston to see this one. And if you're a Patriot fan, you've got to be enjoying what you're seeing today. The Patriots have just jumped all over the Miami Dolphins in the first half. They're out in front 17-7. Let me quickly review the scoring plays for you. The Dolphins on the very first play from scrimmage fumbled the ball. Tony Nathan dropped it. Garen Veras jumped on it at the Dolphins 20. Patriots moved it down to the 1-yard line of the Dolphins. Couldn't get it into the end zone, though. Tony Franklin made it 3-0 from 23 yards out. Dolphins' second possession, they couldn't get anything going. Finally, on their third possession, they got a drive going. You're not going to keep Marino down all day long. He hit Bruce Hardy twice, moved it down to the Patriots' 22-yard line as the first quarter came to an end. On the first play of the second quarter, the Dolphins got the touchdown and the lead. Marino to Dan Johnson, his tight end. He's really been working the tight ends pretty good in this game. 10 yards in the end zone, and the Dolphins capped a drive of 10 plays and 80 yards, and they had their only lead of the game at that point, 7-3. Big play in that the next possession by the Patriots. Robert Weathers is really having quite a game as a running back. He's seen a lot of action today. Broke off a beautiful run, 44 yards around the left side. I think all the Dolphins had a shot at him. Broke a lot of tackles. Beautiful run. Moved it down to the Miami 8-yard line. They moved it then down to the 4. And then Easton on a beautiful third down play hit Tony Collins in the end zone. And really, Easton was in trouble. Couldn't find his receivers. Had plenty of time. Was able to find Collins, who broke off of his pattern and broke open in the end zone. And Easton threw a beautiful pass. Easton has played well today. Played with a lot of confidence. Has not forced the ball at all. He really hasn't. He's taken his second and third receivers, and if he can't find those, he throws it out of bounds. He's really playing well. That touchdown made it 10-7 for the Patriots. 8 plays, 66 yards. Marino finally fumbled it again. A snap at the Patriots' 39-yard line. Second turnover. Lester Williams recovered it. Patriots moved down to the Dolphins. One and a catch by Morgan. And then a touchdown pass by Easton to Derek Ramsey made it 17-7. I'll be back with more halftime activity right after this. 75,000 Dolphin fans have tried to pump up their team as the Dolphins come out of the locker room. It was kind of a weak effort, too. I think they realize that things are not looking real good for their team. And I was thinking during that break that as I watched the Patriots come out onto the field from the far side out of their tunnel, coming out of their locker room, I just can imagine the thoughts that were going through the minds of the Patriots players in the locker room. Here they are, 30 minutes away from a berth in the Super Bowl. If they can continue to play as well as they've played in the first half, it's theirs. And the thoughts that must be going through their minds, you can imagine yourself what it must be like. An exciting feeling for the Patriots, and all they've got to do at this point is continue to play the way they've played throughout this first half. I don't think the offense can settle in and let the defense do it. They've got to get maybe a few more points because Marino can put a lot of points on the board, but you've got to know that there's a feeling of confidence over on that Patriots sideline at this point. We're 2 minutes away from the start of the second half. We'll take a break, and John Carlson and I will be back with all the second half action as the Patriots try to make it to the Super Bowl right after this. 30 more minutes. 30 more minutes to New Orleans. The Patriots out in front, 17-7. Patriots really have played, I would say, mistake-free football here in the first half. I can't think of any mistakes they've made. They haven't turned it over at all, and I don't believe Easton's been sacked either. The Dolphins have turned it over twice to the Patriots on fumbles. Tony Nathan fumbled on the Dolphins' very first play from scrimmage in the ball game. Veras recovered that one. Dan Marino later on in the second quarter fumbled a snap from his center. Patriots recovered that one as the Dolphins 39 got a touchdown out of it. And they've done everything right so far, and they have earned a 17-7 lead. Let's see if they can maintain this one. 30 more minutes. Tony Franklin's got it teed up. The Dolphins are ready to receive it. John Carlson's ready to tell us about it.
Thank you, John Morris. And here we go for the second half of football in the AFC Championship. For the ball, Tony Franklin hits it high, end over end. Lorenzo Hampton takes it at the 9, over the 10, coming to the middle, 15, heading to the far side, near side, over the 20 to the 25-yard line. A fumble, and it's recovered by the Patriots. They recover a Dolphins fumble in the kickoff. Greg Hawthorne jumped on the football, and the Patriots have an opportunity here from the 25-yard line of Miami, first down and 10.
That's the third turnover for the Dolphins, and the Patriots special teams has done it again. Greg Hawthorne on the kickoff recovers the fumbles of the Patriots with excellent field position.
That is the third lost fumble for the Dolphins today.
Patriots have gotten 10 points out of the prior 2 fumbles. Let's see what they can do this time. They've got it at the 25-yard line.
This is quickly becoming a story, it would seem. Tony Collins and Craig James now the setback. We've got a slot to the left side. Strong right. Tony Easton handoff. James breaks through 20. He's down to the 15-yard line. Craig James up over Ron Wooten and Steve Moore. And he zips down to the 15-yard line. Hugh Green and Bud Brown made the stop. The ball will be officially spotted at the 16 as Craig James did a little bit of a skid going down to that stripe. So a gain on the play of 9. It'll be second down and 1 yard to go for the first down. Patriots lead 17-7. 14-16 left third quarter. Fumbled kickoff by Lorenzo Hampton, and the Patriots have the ball strong right formation. Second down play. Tony Collins over the 15, drives down the 11. First down, New England. Gain on the play of 5 yards. Tony Collins taken down by Jackie Shipp and Bud Brown. And now they're 11 yards away from 6 points.
Eason now looking over to the sideline as the play's being signaled in. I think it's Tom Ramsey who's signaling the plays in.
Here are the Patriots. Stanley Morgan, slot left. And the outside man is Stephen Starring. Split backfield behind Tony Eason. Here's the turn, the handoff. Tony Collins coming in through the 10 and down to about the 6-yard line. Looks like Tony Collins running over John Hanna just got 5 yards. That'll make it a 2nd down and 5 for the Patriots. They can get a first down here. Doug Betters made the stop for the Dolphins along with Jackie Schiff.
You say just got 5 yards, John, but it's an impressive 5 yards because the Patriots offensive line has really taken control of that line of scrimmage. And there's a surge of red shirts. You can just see it. All 5 of them right off the ball surging forward.
Tony Collins and Craig James split in the backfield. Stephen Starring, Stanley Morgan, slot left. Morgan in the slot. Here's Eason on the turn. He goes to Craig James over the 5. Craig James down to the 1-yard line. Craig James. And he went right up over the middle. Hanna, Brock, Wooten. The offensive line is firing off the snap of the ball and blowing the Dolphins off the line of scrimmage. Patriots now are sitting just a couple of yards away from the goal line. And, of course, should they have a problem here, they could get a first down. Bob Brzezinski made the stop. And they're going to bring the chains in and measure anyway to see whether or not there is a first down.
It's just no contest on the line of scrimmage right now, John. The Dolphins can't stop them.
They're stretching the chains out. They're shy, it appears, by about a foot. And that's the case.
Another feeling of the Patriots offensive linemen in the huddle right now. It's 2nd down, and the momentum has been stopped a little bit because of the measurement, and the linemen are saying to themselves, I know they are, I say, we don't care. It doesn't matter whether it's first down or 2nd down. We're going to get it in the end zone, so come on, get these sticks off the field and let us go to work.
Robert Weathers and Mosi Tutupu will be the running back tandem for the Patriots. It's 2nd down and about a foot for a first down. And it's 2 yards. They'll call it one officially for a touchdown. I formation. Patriots have a strong left. Motion to the right side. Greg Hawthorne. Pitch goes to Weathers, and he comes the right side down to about the 1-yard line. Patriots are going to have a first down here, I believe. It looks as though Robert Weathers got enough yardage for the first down. Took a couple of good whacks at about the 1-yard line, and one of them provided by Robin Sinline, the 5-year veteran from Texas. They're going to bring the chains out again. They figure it's close enough to measure.
What a collision there. It's about the 1-yard line. I mean, Weathers just ducked his head and his shoulders, and he just ran right up in there. And I tell you, I think he gave as good as he got on that one, John.
Pretty good shock value there. Chains are in, and they're stretching them out. And the Patriots are still shy, this time by about 6 inches. Robert Weathers got about half of what they needed. And now it's 3rd down for New England. 3rd down. The ball spotted just inside the hash mark at the 2-yard line.
That's exactly how the Patriots started in the first half. Recovered a fumble, moved it down to the 1-yard line, and could not get the touchdown on 3rd down. Had to settle for a field goal.
The Tupu and Weathers remain the setback. Strong right formation. Hawthorne wing back right side. Here's Eason on the turn. He goes to Tutupu. No, a fake, and he throws the ball to Weathers for a touchdown.
The flag down, though.
Look at the flag. There's a flag in the end zone. A fake to Tutupu and a beauty, too. And then a throw to Weathers.
Flag against the Dolphins.
It's against the Dolphins.
What a tremendous call by the Patriots. Play action fake. I didn't see the call, John. Did you see what it was? Whatever it was against the Dolphins and declined. And the Patriots are really celebrating on the sideline. Tremendous fake by Tony Eason on that play-action fake and hit Weathers in the end zone. Weathers was just wide open.
He was wide open because of that fake to Mosi Tutupu. It looked certainly as though he had given the ball to Mosi going up inside. He pulled it back out and zipped it into the left side of the end zone to Robert Weathers. 6 points. Tony Franklin in to get one more. 11:58 left, 3rd quarter. Here's the boot. It's good. The Patriots lead the Dolphins 24-7. We'll be back right after this message.
It's like the Patriots have their best weapon on the field right now, their kickoff team. They're out in front 24-7. This kickoff team has done it once again. On the opening kickoff of the second half, the Patriots with a 17-7 lead. A fumble on the kickoff. Greg Hawthorne recovered the fumble by Lorenzo Hampton. And the Patriots took it right on in for the touchdown. And it is now 24-7. And we've just begun the second half.
Tony Franklin will set the ball on the 35-yard line. And that ball is on its way to him right now. So the Patriots certainly have the upper hand, and psychologically it can't be too good for the Dolphins, but we've pointed out before, game's not over. Dan Marino is a guy who can bring them back in a hurry. Well, it's going to be difficult because he's going to have to throw, I think, John.
You know the Dolphins are going to be saying to themselves right now, it's now or never. We have got to score a touchdown on this drive, and that's the thinking the Dolphins offensive unit as they stand on the sidelines ready to come in.
Lorenzo Hampton is deep. Last time he caught one, he fumbled it. Here's Tony Franklin hitting it high and end over end. Hampton waits, takes it to the 10, over the 15, the 20, trying to break through, can't. He's nailed and goes down at about the 25-yard line. Dolphins will come onto the field, first down and 10 at their own 25. Ed Williams made the hit on Lorenzo Hampton, and the ball is at the 25-yard line. 11:48 left, third quarter. Patriots 24, Dolphins 7. Steve Nelson remains in the game. He's had some problems with his shoulder during this game, sprained shoulder. You'll recall he had that problem in L.A.
I think you'd have to amputate his shoulder to keep him out of this game.
Patriots now have a three-man front. Two linebackers playing loose in the inside. The outsides are up as Marino drops and looks, and he fires, and that's incomplete. And it's incomplete because he was under heavy pressure. Garen Barris and Don Blackman were in there. Blackman was the first guy to stroke him, and Marino just couldn't get a good throw off, and it's going to be 2nd and 10. He was trying to hit Nat Moore down the right inside of the area.
Good pressure by Blackman. Even Dan Marino, as good as he is, can't throw it with Blackman hanging all over him.
Patriots now may start to use a little bit more in terms of the stunt department, John. Try to deliver the goods and the knockout blow if they can do it. They're in the 30 defense. Outside linebackers are up, and here's Marino dropping back, and he wants to throw this time. His pass is knocked down by Don Blackman. He turned to throw out to his left, and Don Blackman, the right outside linebacker, was flowing in, and he knocked it down. He wanted to hit Ron Davenport, the running back, coming out, and he couldn't do it. It's going to be 3rd down and 10.
What an evil presence that must be in the eyes of the quarterback. Don Blackman, who's about 6'4", 245 pounds, as a linebacker, blitzing from the right side, and Marino just tried to throw it out to the flat, and Blackman just rose up, and the ball hit him right in the numbers.
Blackman, often ignored because of the presence of Andre Tippett, is a pretty good football player in his own right. And here's Marino now in the shotgun, 3rd and 10 from his own 25. He drops back, pressure, he fires. This one is broken up, and it's still bouncing around. And finally it drops to the ground, incomplete. I think there's a flag on the play. There were about 4 Patriots in the zone. The ball was being tapped around. Patriots wanted to play tip drill win time, and it just goes incomplete. Is there a flag on the field?
Motion penalty against the Dolphins will be declined by the Patriots, and the Dolphins will have to punt it.
It's 4th and 10. Dolphins at their own 25. Reggie Roby will take the snap back near his own 10-yard line. Roland James is the punt returner here for the Patriots tonight. So far, he's been doing mainly fair catch calls. He replaces Irving Fryer in that position.
Well, I'm sure that Skarnecki, the special teams coach, told him, don't take any unnecessary chances.
Roby gets the snap, hits it. The punt being held up a little bit, drops into the hands, fumbled. After it is Roland James, he fumbles. Dolphins recover. There's a flag on the play. Dolphins are jumping up and down. Don't know what the flag is yet.
That's the thing that Irving Fryer does so well, John, on the short punt. The penalties against the Patriots will be declined by the Dolphins, of course. But Fryer does that so well on the short punt. He's able to come upfield and make the catch, and that is a tough thing to do. Roland James obviously would have been better to let that ball hit the ground. Instead, he tried to come up and catch the short punt, couldn't handle it. And that's the thing everybody worried about with Fryer out. You know, could the Patriots handle the punts? And they didn't that time.
Absolutely true. 11:21 left in the third quarter, and the Dolphins get a marvelous opportunity to get back in the game. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line of the Patriots. Here's Marino handing off, coming around to the right side to running back Joe Carter. Carter blasts over the 40, still going. He's down to the 30, still going. Spins his way down to the 25 to the 24-yard line. Joe Carter, great personal effort, kept it going against the odds as the Patriots got plenty of people over in the area. He just kept spinning off a hit. Julius Adams finally brought him down, but inside the 25-yard line. So the Dolphins, who had a problem a moment ago, are now sitting in good position. First down and 10 at the Patriots 24. Never speak too soon, but there we just saw the absence of Irving Fryer hurt the Patriots. Here is the 34 defense for New England. Marino on the drop. He's got time. Rifles this one, complete to Davenport, breaks the tackle and goes down to the 17-yard line. Ron Davenport out of the backfield on the left side. 7 yards. Roland James took him down. It's going to be second down and 3 for the Dolphins.
Good move by Davenport to break the tackle of Steve Nelson. Nelson had him for about a 1-yard gain, but he spun out of that one. Now we got second and 4.
10 minutes left. Third quarter. Patriots 24, Dolphins 7. Ball just inside the 17-yard line. Tony Nathan, single setback offset to the weak side. That's the left for the Dolphins. Patriots have a 4-man rush front. Marino, medium drop. Marino fires, and that one is intercepted by Fred Marion. Marion over the 10. Marion to the 15, the 20. Marion is hit coming up to the 25. Fred Marion just took away a Dan Marino toss, and he runs it back to the 25-yard line. The Patriots will have the football. Fred Marion coming through again, playing center field, and he picks off a Dan Marino pass. That's a most important play for New England. 9:34 left third quarter. Patriots lead 24-7. We'll be back to the action right after this message.
Fred Marion's third playoff interception, his seven on the season for a total of 10 throughout this season, and none bigger than that one, John Carlson. Intercepted at the goal line, moved it back out to the Patriots' 25-yard line, and was immediately besieged by all his teammates. I didn't think he was going to get up from under that pile.
Fabulous Fred Marion playing center field. Gobbled up that Dan Marino pass. That's Marino's third interception thrown in the playoffs.
Fourth turnover by the Dolphins today, too.
9:34 left third quarter. Patriots hold the edge 24-7. And Marion, well, that was a big play because he stopped the Dolphins from getting back in the football game with plenty of time left.
Well, don't you think that Roland James was the first one over there to congratulate him? You know how Roland James felt after fumbling the punt to get the Dolphins, allow the Dolphins back into this game.
Kissed him right through the face mask.
And his partner at safety there bails him out.
Tony Collins and Craig James, the setback. Slot left. Patriots with a strong right formation against the 34 defense of the Dolphins. The handoff coming back up the middle. Tony Collins zips to the 30-yard line. That's what you call your quick 5. Second down for New England, and when they spot the ball, Tony may have burrowed underneath one of those linebackers to get to the 31. It was a gain of 6. Second down and 4. Bob Brudzinski and Jackie Shipp making the stop for the Dolphins.
A lot of concern on the Dolphins sideline right now. They're down there in front of us, and a lot of people very worried. I think I can read some minds down there, John.
John, they can't handle so far the Patriots' offensive line, so they ought to be worried.
That's right. They haven't done it all day.
Strong left formation. Patriots. Second and 4. Craig James through over the 35 and up to about the 38-yard line. Move the pins. That's first and 10 New England after a gain of 7 by James. And the clock continues to run. 8 minutes and 40 seconds left. Now, in the third quarter, Jackie Shipp and Jay Brophy made the stop. A little hobble on the part of Craig James as he comes back to the huddle. He's staying in the game, however. James now 15 carries, 66 yards. We've got rain here at the Orange Bowl. The lights are on. Darkness has fallen over the city of Miami.
Starting to look exactly like that Monday night game a few weeks ago.
Sure is. Has exactly the same tenor except for one thing.
Except for the game. Yep. The way the tenor of the game is entirely different.
Even the baritone is different. Strong right formation for New England. Three-man front for the Dolphins. The handoff comes. Tony Collins, he was stumbling after getting the handoff, seemed to be losing his footing, and went up to the 40-yard line. That's a gain of 2 yards on the play. First down and 10, a gain of 2, makes it second down and 8 for the Patriots at the 40. Jackie Shipp and Bud Brown made the stop.
It's interesting the way the Patriots running backs are handling the ball right now, John. They're not looking to break the big one. They're really protecting the ball, both of them, Collins and James. 2 hands on the ball, just looking to pick up the 4 or 5 yards right now.
And here they are again, split backfield. James to the near side. Double wideout formation, strong right handoff goes. Tony Collins, he bangs through up to about the 44-yard line, maybe the 45. Looks like the 45 is where they're going to lay it down. That means a gain of 5. Means the Patriots will have a third down and about 4 yards to go for the first down. Hugh Green made the hit on the play. Let's pause here for station identification. This is the New England Patriots Football Network.
This is the voice of the New England Patriots. News Radio 590 WEEI Boston. It's 3:02.
3rd and 4, Patriots. Here they are on the turn. Handoff, Craig James filters through. Breaks out over the 50. He's in Miami territory, down to the 45 and inside of the 43-yard line goes Craig James. We've got an injured Dolphin on the field. One of the defensive players, looks like a linebacker, is down to the 45. Jackie Shipp took a hit. He's up. He's hobbled. He's coming off the field. Patriots have a first down and 10 in Dolphins territory. The spot will be at the 43-yard line, a 13-yard gain by Craig James. That means he's got 79 yards now on 16 carries, having a pretty good day.
Yeah, the Patriots are on their way to having 200-yard rushers, John. Clarence Weathers has 63 yards rush. Not Clarence, but Robert Weathers has 63 yards.
Jay Brophy comes into the game to replace Jackie Shipp. An inside linebacker for the Dolphins. Strong right formation for the Patriots. 1st and 10 at the Dolphins' 43-yard line. Slot to the left side for New England. On the turn, it goes to Robert Weathers, and he tries to go right. He was slanting up over his right tackle. Got caught. Gain of a yard. It'll be second down and 9 for New England. They're content to let this clock roll now. 5 minutes and 43 seconds and counting. Patriots have gotten a couple of key first downs here to keep the drive alive.
It's interesting what Raymond Berry has done, too, John. Throughout this game, he's alternated his running backs in pairs. And right now, in the middle of this drive, he's changed his running backs because the other two were tired. Now he's got fresh backs in there right now.
Weathers and Tutupu split behind Tony Eason. Strong right formation. Slot to the left side. Turn, handoff Weathers. Weathers to the 40. Weathers burrowing down to about the maybe 39-yard line. So he gets a couple of yards on the play. Patriots will have a third down here and a long turn. Hugh Green made the stop for the Dolphins. Hugh Green joined the Dolphins in mid-season. 5-year veteran from Pittsburgh, came over from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. He told them he didn't want to play for him anymore. Trade me, he said. Trade me, they did. Here's Eason. This is plus 3rd down and 7 now at the 40-yard line of the Dolphins, and Eason drops back looking to throw. Pulls the trigger, right side, complete to Tutupu, and Tutupu is taken down at the 34-yard line.
I think he's short of the first down.
I think it's going to be short by what, John? A yard? Going to be a yard shy. That would make a 4th down. Patriots are changing up here. We see Hawthorne coming in. We see Lynn Dawson coming in.
Patriots are going to go for it. Guy Morris has stayed on the sideline. He started to run on the field, and they said, no, stay there. Now he's the snapper. The Patriots are going to go for it on 4th down.
That was Tutupu's first catch of a ball in the playoffs. And it means that the Patriots have a 4th and 1. And, John, they're going to go for it here.
Interesting call. I like the call.
They're at the 34-yard line, and they want to dominate the game. Let's see if they can do it. Strong right formation. Weathers and Tutupu, the running back. Motion to the left is Greg Hawthorne. Hitch goes left. Robert Weathers cutting it up and dives down to about the 33-yard line. This spot is going to be crucial. Dolphins got a lot of players over in the zone. Dolphins think they stopped it. Patriots think they got it. The officials, are they saying yes? They're not moving the pins yet.
They're going to measure this one, I think, John. That's close. It's closer than I thought. Yeah, now there's the signal for first down.
There it is.
Okay.
First down and 10 for the Patriots. They did get it. Robert Weathers over the left side. They move the pins, and they come through with a gutty play, and there is a message being sent to the Miami Dolphins. Fellas, this is our night, and you're not going to get a piece of it. 3:52 left, 24-7 Patriots, and they've got the first down. Collins and James. The setbacks, the turn. Handoff James coming up the middle. Keeps on going to the 30-yard line. Means a gain of 3 yards on the play. Patriots have 2nd and 7.
What a gutsy call by Raymond Berry, and I agree with you, John. That was a clear message to the Miami Dolphins. Our offensive line, they're saying, has been controlling your defensive line, and we know we can do it on 4th down and what could be the play that could turn this game. Not turn it, but could continue the way it's going, and the Patriots did it. And it was an interesting call, too. It was a pitch to the left, and a good run by Robert Weathers for the first down.
Collins and James are now the setbacks. It's raining pretty steadily here in the Orange Bowl. Slot left. Split backfield, strong right formation. Turn. Collins coming back up the middle. Tony Collins to the 25 and inside of the 24-yard line. Gain of about 6 yards in that play. Patriots will have a 3rd down. And let's see how long they've got to go for the first down. Going to be short. Should be, going to be a yard. Looked like it was going to be 2. Be a yard. Bob Radzinski and Bud Brown made that stop for the Dolphins. 2:39 left, 3rd quarter. Patriots up 24-7, and they're grinding it out right now.
They really have used up a lot of time on this drive.
Power football, controlling the clock. 3rd and 1, high formation, the turn. Here's the handoff. Tony Collins runs into traffic. Trouble. I don't know if he got it. Well, there's an upset defensive back there who stole the football out of Tony Collins' hands. The whistle is blown. He knew it. Bud Brown, he just wanted to make a little bit of a scene because he got the ball, and
now it's decision time for Berry again. 4th down. It'd be about a 42-yard field goal. That's what they're going to do. Here comes Franklin.
Tony Franklin comes onto the field. They move the football down inside the 25-yard line. The spotting will be at the 24. That's where it sits. Raining here at the Orange Bowl as Tony Franklin pats the ground with his shod foot. He'll kick with his bare foot. Tony Easton will hold. Guy Morris will snap. Here it is from 32. That's a 42-yard attempt, and it is wide to the left. No good. Tony Franklin misses at 42. 1 minute 37 seconds left, 3rd quarter. Patriots 24-7. We'll be back right after this message.
The Johnson Collection.
Score remains 24-7 Patriots over the Dolphins. Tony Franklin missing from 42 yards out, and that would have been a very serious nail in the Dolphins' coffin had he been able to hit that one. However, he didn't. Missed it 24-7, though. The Patriots still in control. This week's Kay Jewelers New England Patriots star of the game will receive a gift certificate, as always, from Kay Jewelers, the Diamond People.
Well, the upside of it is, John, that the Patriots control the ball for a large chunk of time. And now we've got 1:37 left, 3rd quarter. Just 22 people shy of 75,000 are here at the Orange Bowl to watch this game. Dolphins now have a wing right formation. Strong right. Handoff goes to the running back. Out, Joe Carter coming to the right side. He can burst. He went over the 30 and up to about the 34-yard line. Going to be a yard shy of a first down. Joe Carter goes right. They had a strong right formation. He ran to the strength. Rod McSwain made the stop. And the clock continues to tick as the ball is spotted at the 34-yard line.
Patriots are staying with their nickel defense right now, John. Even on 1st down, they know the Dolphins have to throw it. Marino crossed them up that time.
Call it the 33. It's 2nd down and very short yardage. Now the Dolphins go right into the shotgun. Tony Nathan is back there with Marino. Marino's got the snap. He's back looking to throw. Here's his release out to the side. And his receiver, Mark Duper, went deep. He wanted to turn back. He was too late turning. The ball was already coming, and it was short. Raymond Claiborne was in tight coverage on Duper. I tell you what, he's in his shirt. 53 seconds left in the clock. That stops because of the incompletion. Patriots leading 24-7, and the Dolphins will have now a 3rd down and about a yard to go for the first down.
Claiborne really has done a nice job in coverage out there, most of it alone, but he had some help that time on the rush. He had some rushers in there on Marino, forcing him to throw it short.
Now, Nathan and Davenport are the setbacks. The big guy, Davenport, is leading the blocking as Nathan roars up over the right side and gets enough yardage for the first down to the 35-yard line. Tony Nathan to the 35, first down Dolphins. And we've got 40 seconds left on the clock in the third quarter as the chains are moved.
Now the Dolphins bring in 3 wide receivers. Nat Moore joins the other 2 marks out there. Patriots counter that with Johnny Rembert replaces Nelson, an inside linebacker, and they go with 5 defensive backs.
So let's look as the Patriots set up a 3-man, no, it's a 5-man front now. Garen Veras out on the right end. Here's Marino. Handoff coming on the left side. Joe Carter, excellent moves, tough little back over the 40 and up to about the 41-yard line. That's a gain of 5 yards on the play. Andre Tippett made the stop, but the quarter comes to an end as he does. That is the end of the third quarter here at the Orange Bowl in Miami, Florida. The AFC Championship game. And at the end of 3, it's the Patriots 24, the Dolphins 7.
Well, John Carlson, I'm having difficulty getting these very words out of my mouth, but the New England Patriots are 15 minutes away from a Super Bowl.
Please, John, please.
24-7, the Patriots are leading, and the Dolphins have been struggling offensively throughout this game. Marino's got some movement on the ground with Carter in there, but they've got to score faster than this, John. They haven't got the luxury of grinding out a few right now.
Marino today throwing is 12 for 24 for 147 yards, so he's right at the 50% mark. Now let's see, 2nd down and 3. Dolphins on their own 42. The Dolphins are in the gun. Tony Nathan is the setback with Dan Marino. Here's the snap, and Marino takes the drop. Patriots trying to pressure. They can't get to him. Marino drills it down the right sideline. Incomplete. Mark Clayton, the intended receiver. He couldn't go downtown, though, as he had the coverage on him. Ernest Gibson, step for step, and there was banjo coverage, too, because Fred Marion, in that particular defense, was back helping out.
Excellent coverage all the way by Gibson, though. He stayed right with that receiver all the way down the field. Was it Clayton looking back for a penalty? I don't know what. Is he begging now? There wasn't anything near a penalty that time. He's looking around for a flag.
3rd down and 3. Dolphins at their own 42. 14:53 left in the game. The Patriots 24. The Dolphins 7. And Marino stays in the gun. He wants to get something deep, and he's back looking, throwing into the middle, and that's broken up with a fine linebacker play. Coverage by Don Blackman. Coming across on Tony Nathan out of the backfield. And what a nice job of defense on a pass.
That was a tremendous play by Don Blackman, and a very difficult one because Blackman's on the right side. The receiver came out on that side and then cut across the field, so that meant that Blackman had to run with him for some time. And he certainly did, step for step, and had a hand on that ball as it arrived.
So Reggie Roby, the punter for the Dolphins, comes in, and they've got to surrender the football. Roland James, deep for New England. He's back at the 19, backs up closer to the 16. Roby's got it. He gets it out of there beautifully. What a punt. Backs James up to the 10. James going to the right. Now coming into traffic. He fumbles. Dolphins strip him of the football. Dolphins recover at the 10-yard line. Roland James was stripped of the football. One of the Dolphins came by, knocked it out of his hand. They jumped on the thing at the 10-yard line. Now the Dolphins are 10 yards away from a TD. Don McNeil, I believe, was the guy who made the break for the Dolphins. And that's the second time Roland has been unable to hold on to the ball. The absence of Irving Fryer costing here. Of course, the first time the Patriots got the ball back in an interception by Fred Marion. Now, though, the Dolphins are just 10 yards out. 14 and a half minutes left in the game. That's a lot of time. Dolphins go to the shotgun. 1st and 10 at the Patriots 10. Here is Marino firing. Complete. Touchdown. He hit Tony Nathan on the numbers going into the end zone. The Dolphins have pulled themselves back into the game. A touchdown. 10 yards to Tony Nathan. And now the Dolphins are just 11 points back, and with the point after, they'll only be 10 points behind.
A disheartening turnaround for the New England Patriots. They really have to regroup on this one. They just got to try and they just got to try and overcome this one, John. They just got to put it behind them and get back out there and let that offensive line take over.
The point after by Fuad Reveiz. makes it 24-14. Patriots still lead, but it's getting tighter with 14:28 left. We'll be back right after this message. Here's the kickoff by Reves. Starring takes it over the 15. Coming to the right side of the 20-yard line, trying to find a block. Turns and gets caught at the 24. He's thrown back. Patriots have the football near their own 24-yard line. It'll be first down and 10. Bob Brzezinski made the stop for the Dolphins. Some heated words near the 40-yard line between a Patriot and a Dolphin. That's all set. Now, with 14-17 left in the game, the Patriots have the ball. They've got the lead, but would suggest here that it would be most opportune for them to move the ball upfield, burn off some time, and get some points if they want to put this thing away.
Turnovers are a killer always, especially on special teams, and it's gotten the crowd back into the game, as you can hear.
Here's Tony Eason, strong left formation. He turns, handoff goes to Mosi. Mosi driving for the 25. And the Dolphins, I tell you, are playing spirited football here in defense. Mosi is going to get maybe a yard of the play. Bud Brown is up to hit him for the stop. And the Patriots now will have a second down and 8. The ball is spotted actually at the 26-yard line. So it's second down and 8.
Dolphins defense is really fired up, John. That's to be expected. They were on the ropes before, but that fumbled punt and the touchdown by Marino's got them right back in the game when they can smell a chance.
Weathers and Tutupu split behind Tony Eason on second down. Here's the turn. Handoff Weathers. Weathers coming back on the right side on that slant play. And he gets up to about the 30-yard line. Going to be just shy of the 30-yard line. Give the Patriots a third down here and about 4 yards to go. Jackie Shipp made the stop. Gain of 4 in the play. Third down, Patriots.
A couple of first downs, though, would get it right back the way it was before. Key play right here. They really need a first down to get this crowd quieted down and to calm the Dolphins' defense down a little bit.
Still 13 minutes and 7 seconds left in the game. Plenty of time for the Dolphins to come back after getting that quick touchdown on the fumbled punt. Or off the fumbled punt. Here is Tony Eason back. Throwing right side, and it's dropped. Robert Weathers can't hold on to the ball. He got his hands out there, but he was hit just as he reached for it. That jostled the ball loose. That means the Dolphins' defense is held. Crowd is going wild here, trying to get their team back in the game, and the Dolphins are responding to that. "12 minutes and 55 seconds remaining in the game. Rich Camarillo's in. And he's all set. That drop by Weathers was only the second incompletion by Eason in this game. Camarillo's punt is high. Fair catch is signaled for at the 38-yard line by Tom Figueredo. And the Dolphins have the football in fairly good field position. 12:47 left in the game. 24-14 Patriots. We'll be back right after this message.
This program is authorized under broadcasting rights granted by the New England Patriots solely for the entertainment of our audience. Any publication, rebroadcast, or other use of the descriptions and accounts of this game without the express written consent of WEEI, the Helen Broadcasting Company, and the Patriots is prohibited.
There's a decided breeze here at the Orange Bowl now, and I think that's why Camarillo only got 32 yards, but he got good height, forced a fair catch. The ball is sitting at the 38, first and 10 Dolphins. Here they are with Joe Carter in the backfield, along with Dan Marino in a shotgun formation. Dolphins want to get that quick fight here. Patriots have a three-man front, one linebacker in the gap. Back is Marino looking to toss, and he fires out to the left side. Diving, no catch. A diving grab on the far side in front of the Patriots bench by Clayton, but no catch. They ruled that he trapped it. The coverage was there as Raymond Claiborne was right with him. I think Marino threw the ball down and Marino a little bit.
Marino was expecting the nickel defense. The Patriots have been showing that throughout the second half. That time on first down, the Patriots went back to their regular three-man line. You could see Marino checking the play off and couldn't get the reception. Very important part of the game for the Patriots right now, obviously, but they've got to keep their poise more important than anything else. With this crowd going crazy and the Dolphins trying to get back in, stay calm, cool, and collected.
Now the T formation. Handoff, Carter. Carter breaking over the 40. Carter the 45. Loose ball. Fumble. It's loose at the 50, or rather the 45-yard line of the Dolphins, and I think the Patriots have it. The Patriots have recovered the fumble. The Patriots have the football. Julius Adams there near the ball. Julius Adams recovered the football, the grand old man of the Patriots, and that's the 5th turnover of the game for the Dolphins. The Patriots take it away with 12:34 left in the football game, and that's a big play. They stripped Joe Carter of the ball, and Julius Adams jumped on it.
Wasn't ever a big play, John, because Carter had a first down, and you could have just heard this crowd go crazy had he been able to do that. He was trying to get more. The ball was stripped loose, and how fitting that Julius Adams may have come up with the biggest play of the season.
Now the Patriots break the huddle. They've got a slot out to the right side. Stephen Starring is out there along with Stanley Morgan. Morgan, the slot man. Strong left formation. The turn, they go to the weak side. It's Craig James. Craig zips over down the 40 and into the 38-yard line of the Dolphins. So Craig James gets 7 yards on the play. He's having a pretty good day. He had a rest in the last series. They were running Weathers and Tutupu that time. Glenn Blackwood and Bud Brown got together for the stop. They are the safeties for the Dolphins. It's going to be 2nd down, New England. 2nd and 2. Give Craig 8 yards in that play if you're keeping statistics. And Craig, again, having a good day out of the backfield, and he stays there with Tony Collins as the setback slot formation. Right side. Here's motion. Coming to the left. It's Stephen Starring. Handoff. Right side. Craig James. James down to the 35-yard line. Let's see how they spot it. Craig comes out of there short of the 45. The crowd was there, but Craig wasn't. So it's going to be 3rd down and about a yard. Give him a gain of 2.
Tony Collins was the lead back that time, and he got stuffed by the defensive end of the Dolphins. There really wasn't anything there at all for James. He did well to get what he could get. 3rd and 1.5.
The ball at the 36-yard line of the Dolphins. 11 minutes and 18 seconds left in the game. Collins and James, the setback, slot to the right side. Here's the turn. Handoff. Bouncing up to the 35 and over to the 34-yard line is Craig James. And Craig has the first down. He's got to have it. They haven't signaled it yet, but he did bounce over the 35. The pins on the 35-yard line. There it is. First down, New England, a gain of 2.
An instinctive reaction by a great running back, and I think that's what Craig James is right now. They were trying to go wide left, and it wasn't there. You could see the Dolphins had moved upfield. There wasn't going to be a first down going that way, and Craig James just spotted that and cut back to the inside and picked up the first down himself.
That's the difference between the great backs and the good ones. They run off the instinct. The good one has to think about it, then make the move, and it takes them off, a half a step.
Big first down.
Sure was. Patriots 1st and 10 at the 35 of the Dolphins. 10:30 left in the game. Handoff left side. Craig James ran into trouble. They jumped him, tell you that, but he got himself a yard anyway. Going to be a 2nd down for the Patriots.
Somebody's got to block Bocamper. He's a defensive end on that play. They just didn't block him. He came in and made the tackle.
Kim Bocamper, the big guy, makes the stop. No gain on the play. I thought he got a yard. Well, actually, they push it up over the 35 and have to move the pin down slightly, so I'd say got a little bit of a gain. Going to be 2nd down. 9 yards to go for the first down. 10 minutes left in the football game. James and Collins are the setbacks. Strong right formation, the turn. Here's Tony Collins going to the right side, following a block by Craig James. Can't get a lot. Nice job by the Dolphins to string that sweep out. And Tony Collins got up to maybe the 32-yard line. Give him a gain of 2 or 3 yards. And make it 3rd down now for New England. 3rd and 7, a gain of 2.
I wonder if it's crossed Tony Eason's mind as it has mine, John, that the Patriots, when they're facing a 3rd and long, are in the exact identical position on the field that they were on that last play of the Monday night game when Eason tried to force it down the middle. I'm sure he hasn't thought about that because he's thinking about more important things at this point.
The Dolphins are switching their defense in a hurry as the Patriots come out. See them jump that. Patriots go to the shotgun. Situational defense. Snap. Here's the handoff. Coming to the left side. And Tony Collins breaks through over the 25 to 20. He's down inside to about the 17-yard line. They went inside off the shotgun. That's a play that worked against the Raiders. It worked again this time against the Miami Dolphins. A gain of 15 yards on the play. That's a first down, New England. And they're sitting smack dab on the 18-yard line of the Miami Dolphins.
The Dolphins were completely fooled on that one, John, and I'm surprised that they were because, as you said, the Patriots were very successful with that play last week against the Raiders. The running play out of shotgun, and that time a huge 15 yards by Tony Collins.
Patriots 1st and 10. And they're sitting there in Dolphins real estate, and deep handoff goes right side. That's Craig James over the 15 and down to about the 14-yard line. Tell you what, they've been doing it on the ground. Gain of 3 yards in the play. The Patriots now have over 220 yards rushing. Craig James, with that gain, now has 99 yards rushing. Not a bad day, as the Patriots have kept it mostly on the ground.
Weathers is right behind him, too. He's around the 75-yard area, I think.
Tony Collins is out of the game, and Robert Weathers is into the fray. Split backfield behind Eason. 2nd down and 7. The ball now at the 14-yard line of the Dolphins. Here's the turn by Eason, and the handoff goes to James. Cuts it to the outside, 15-10. He's down to the 5, going for the corner. Does he make it? No. Pulled out of bounds at the 1-yard line. Craig James, excellent move outside, and he sets the Patriots up at the doorstep of the Dolphins' end zone. That ought to quiet the crowd down just a little bit. 7:41 left in the game, and the Patriots are now at the 1-yard line.
And Craig James just showed us, John, we've seen it many times, but he showed the fans here in Miami the kind of outside speed that he's got. A lot of people think that Craig James is merely an inside power back, but that time he broke it to the outside, and he turned that corner. He was flying.
13 yards on the carry. Craig James now 23 carries, 111 yards. Tell you what, he's had a night. Weathers and Tutupu now the setback. It's 1st and goal to go from the 1 for the Patriots. The pitch comes back to Tutupu. Tutupu drives into the end zone. Touchdown, New England.
I'm just listening for all those Patriots fans here, John. There's quite a few more now here in the second half, I think. Tremendous drive for the Patriots to take advantage of that fumble recovery by Julius Adams at the Dolphins' 45-yard line, and they just stayed right on the ground all the way down the field as they've been doing throughout this game. And Craig James set up that one. Tony Collins with a nice run. Mosi Tutupu takes it in, and that one just might have done it.
Tony Franklin is in to attempt the extra point. Tony Eason will hold. 7:34 left. Patriots 30, Dolphins 14. And here's the snap. There's the kick. Good. 31-14. Patriots over the Dolphins. John, we have some information for season ticket holders about tickets for the next event in the series of games.
I've had this information here in my hand for the last 15 minutes, and I've been afraid to read it because of the possible jinx.
We want them to know that we've got it, and we will discuss it in just a little while.
The information is about how you can get tickets. What did you call it? The next event? I don't even want to say the words just yet. 31-14. The Patriots have the lead at 7:34 left to go in this football game. At any rate, you season ticket holders will not have to line up down at the stadium as you did the last time around to get tickets. There will be tickets available for season tickets accounts, and we'll give you that information as soon as we light up our victory cigars. It's too soon.
7:34 left in the game. Patriots lead 31-14, 17-point lead. Franklin hammers the ball downfield. It bounds over the 10, picked up at the 5 by Hampton, comes back over the 10, 15, coming up to the middle, down at the 20-yard line. Goes Lorenzo Hampton. That's where the Dolphins will start her. It was Ed Williams that came up to make the hit along with Brian Ingram. Patriots had 4 people on the ball that time, coming down on special teams. And now the work is more difficult for Dangerous Dan and his band of Dolphins. He comes onto the field with his team trailing by 17 points.
See how many defensive backs the Patriots have out there now. Just 5. Nope, 6.
And the Dolphins move up to the ball. They're going to go right to the gun because they need quick points. Tony Nathan is the single running back. Snap goes to Marino, backs up to the 11, fires incomplete. Down the middle, incomplete. Fred Marion dances away, feeling though he had a chance to pick one off and couldn't do it. Nat Moore was the intended receiver in the middle of the Patriots defense. Ball comes back to the 20, 2nd down and 10. 7:20 left in the game. Dolphins have all their timeouts, but of course they got to get a little closer than this if they're going to be of any value to them. That wasn't true last week of the Raiders. They had expended theirs frivolously in the third quarter. Got themselves into trouble. Here's Marino back. Marino steps up. He fires. It's complete to Clayton. Clayton goes right down at the 35-yard line. Coming over the top was Rod McSwain to get him. But for Mark Clayton, a big reception. 14 yards, first down, and 10 yards to go for the Dolphins.
Dolphins
They quickly move
back with 3 wide receivers on the right side.
A triple wide out there. Marino gets the ball on the snap. 6:53 left. He's looking to throw. Fires in the middle. It's complete to the 40, 45, up to midfield. Diving to the stripe goes Tony Nathan, the running back. He's the guy that helped the Dolphins get back in the game against the Browns. Now the stakes are being run up the field. And the Dolphins are running up to the line of scrimmage. They're not stopping the clock. 6:35. They want to do this in a hurry. Patriots with a 4-man rush front right now. Plenty of defensive backs dropping back. It's Marino looking to throw in the middle. It's complete. That's Nat Moore up over the 40-yard line. Close to a first down. Looks like a first down. It was Ernest Gibson that took him down. Clock is still running because the ball stayed in bound, but they're hustling the chains, and the Dolphins are just going right up, and the play's being called at the line of scrimmage. Dan Marino sets him in the gun.
The world-famous NFL prevent defense we're seeing in action right now.
Yeah, that's right. And here's plus the 2-minute drill. Here's Marino. He lets her rip deep down the left sideline, and that one is incomplete. And there will be no flag. There was a catch there. Looked like the intended receiver going deep. Mark Clayton had been just held a second, but there wasn't any flag, so apparently it was okay. There were 2 officials on the scene.
That was
the
close.
Coverage, Claiborne.
It's close, though, John, because Claiborne was beaten on the play. It looked like Clayton had gotten behind him, and Marino underthrew it. So, that, when both the receiver and the defensive back come back for the ball, you got a chance for a flag there, but Claiborne played it smart, didn't get the penalty.
Still a lot of time left, friends. 5:57 remaining in the game. Clock has stopped on the incomplete pass. It's 2nd down and 10. Dolphins at the 40-yard line of the Patriots. 31-14, New England leading. Tony Nathan is in the backfield with Dan Marino in the shotgun again. Here's Marino. Marino looking. Marino drills it, and it's complete to the 30-yard line. Roland James upended the receiver, Joe Rose, but it's right near the spotting of the pin. Now, the play itself didn't take too long at all. 5:45 remaining in the game. They're hustling the pin down. Looks like it's going to be, or at least they're saying right now it's going to be 2nd down, but no, the chains are going to come in. They're bringing the chains in with 5:45 left. Clock has stopped.
But it gave Marino a chance to go over to the sideline and check with Don Shula, which he did. So now he's got a play from Shula rather than having to hustle up to the line and call it there.
And it looks like first down. They signaled first down?
Yes, they did.
And it's going to be 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line of the Patriots. The Dolphins on the march. 5:40 left in the football game. The Dolphins trying to score in a hurry, and they've certainly moved the ball upfield in a hurry on this drive. Marino goes to his gun. And here's the snap. Marino's back. Looks again downfield. Patriots can't get to him. It's complete down to the 25 and inside to about the 23 to Tony Nathan. Again, Nathan out of the backfield. This time Fred Marion takes the running back down, and it's going to be 2nd down now. Clock is running. 2nd down and about 4 yards to go for the first down. The gain of the play, 6.
Patriots are just giving him that short pass over the middle, as you might expect with 6 defensive backs in there.
Here is Marino on the snap, back. He fires this one on the sideline, left. It's complete at about the 7-yard line. He drilled it out there. The receiver did a hook up in front of Raymond Claiborne, the cornerback on that side. And it's Mark Duper. He hasn't been a big factor in this game, but he just caught a big play for them as he puts the ball inside the 10-yard line to go to spot it on the 8. It's 1st and goal to go for the Dolphins there. And 4 minutes and 55 seconds remain in the game.
Now the Patriots go back to their normal defense. They've gotten back to the regular 3-man line that was working all throughout the game. As soon as they went to their 6 defensive backs, Marino started moving it up the field.
So here they come. Duper this time is on the left. That's again facing Raymond Claiborne. Out on the right comes Clayton. Shotgun formation, Dolphins. Patriots with a 4-man rush front. Here's Marino back there looking to throw. Fires. Knocked down by Raymond Claiborne. He broke it up right at the goal line. came over and cut in front of the intended receiver.
Isn't that Moore? It might have been the other way around, John. I think Moore broke it up on Claiborne. It was right to Claiborne at the goal line, and he had the interception. Was that Moore, 89, that came over there?
That's Nat Moore. Yeah, they had Super Duper over in the same area, but he went to the outside, 85. And Claiborne did a nice job coming over and knocking it down. So it's going to be second down, goal to go from the 8-yard line. 4:50 left. Marino in the shotgun. Patriots jumped across the line of scrimmage. They're going to shorten the distance. Here's Marino firing it. That one's blocked by Raymond Claiborne. Hits him, bounced up into the crowd behind him. And there's a flag down on the play. Marino went through with it, of course. They didn't kill the play, so he just kept on going, looking for a free play.
It's only the third penalty against the Patriots. Everybody always assumes in the Orange Bowl that Shula gets the benefit of the doubt on the officials, but the Patriots have played very well as far as the penalties are concerned.
Well, let's see how this one goes now. They're still discussing the matter. Finally, here comes a signal.
I take it back. It's going against the Dolphins.
Yeah. That was nice the way we said that together. It looks as though Tony Nathan is the man who was called on the penalty. They called illegal procedure, and it apparently was an illegal motion penalty charged to Nathan. So the Patriots say, okay, we'll take that one. They don't get anything free. They got to move the ball back. It's going to be second down and goal to go. Now on the Patriots' 13-yard line.
We're waiting to reset the clock now. It shows 4:47. Okay, the official says that's right. 4:47 left to go in the football game.
4:47 left. Clock is stopped. Dolphins are on the 13-yard line of the Patriots. Shotgun formation. Marino's back and look at the throw. Pulls the trigger right side. Incomplete. It was intended for Nat Moore out on the right side, and he took a blow from Rod McSwain. McSwain just came over and popped him. Ball was passing by. Legal hit, and it's going to be third down and goal to go from the 13-yard line. Check it. That was Mark Clayton, the intended receiver. So the Dolphins now are working a 3rd and 13, or rather 3rd and goal to go from the Patriots' 13. Shotgun formation again. Patriots, 4-man rush front. They've got one back up in the slot. And here's Marino. Quick drop out into the corner of the end zone. Broken up. Looks like a time pattern. There is a very angry receiver, and a penalty is going to be called against that angry receiver, Mark Duper. Now another flag goes down. Duper smashed his helmet on the ground in the end zone. The strap, the chin strap, went flying off, as did some other part of his helmet. Raymond Claiborne was the guy that broke it up, and it looked, John, as though they were throwing a time pattern out into the left corner of the end zone, and it was really a flat trajectory pass.
A tremendous play by Claiborne. He was beaten on the play initially by Duper, and he hustled back there as Duper caught the ball. Claiborne reached over his shoulder. So this is a call for unsportsmanlike conduct. Claiborne just reached over Duper's shoulder and slapped the ball away. Duper, with a lot of frustration evident right there, thought it should have been a penalty. No call, and said he gets the penalty.
That penalty moves the ball back to the 28-yard line, and they have a loss of down. That means 4th and goal to go from the 28 for the Dolphins.
That was a tremendous play by Claiborne. He was
just
flat out beaten on the play, hustled back there and reached over and slapped the ball away.
I thought the pass was a little bit too low a trajectory pass, and that's what gave him the chance to do it.
Yeah, he should have just floated it out there. That's something to criticize, the way Marino throws the ball.
That kind of a pattern, you got to float it out. Shotgun formation. 4:37 left. Marino takes the snap, takes the drop, looks, and goes down the sideline deep, and that one is intercepted. Did Raymond Claiborne pick that off? He did. Raymond Claiborne took it in the end zone to end the Miami threat. And that means the Patriots will get the ball 1st and 10 on their own 20-yard line. With 4 minutes and 29 seconds left in the game, things are looking up. Raymond Claiborne, first interception of the playoffs, and that stops the drive of the Dolphins. We'll be back.
I think I can start talking about these tickets, John. What do you think?
Hit it, baby.
season tickets, Super Bowl, I can't even say the word, Super Bowl tickets will go on sale in Foxborough on Tuesday. Now, there's no need, however, for season ticket accounts, and I emphasize accounts. Doesn't matter how many tickets you hold. If you are a season ticket account, you don't have to gather or camp out down in Foxborough down to stay overnight. You'll be guaranteed 2 tickets to the Super Bowl, regardless of when you come down to pick it up. Each season ticket account is guaranteed to be able to purchase 2 tickets. The ticket price for the Super Bowl is $75 per ticket. Cash only will be accepted. All season ticket accounts should bring the recently received Super Bowl mailing along with a photo identification. Tell you more about this after the Patriots run the clock out a little more here.
4:29 left in the game. 1st and 10 Patriots at their own 20-yard line. Here's Eason on the turn. Handoff comes right up the middle to Robert Weathers, and he zips to the 25-yard line. Looks like a gain of 5 for a 2nd and 5, New England. And we're down to 4 minutes and 20 seconds remaining. 4 minutes and 20 seconds left in the game. The Patriots lead 31-14, and we've got a timeout on the field. Dolphins take it. They want to try and save something on the clock just in case, but it looks as though the American Football Conference Championship is going to rest in Foxborough, Massachusetts after this game is over. It looks as though the Patriots waited through 19 events to the 20th turn in the Orange Bowl to smash the so-called jinx, or if you'd rather, the habit of losing here.
And they did it convincingly. This was no fluke.
What a propitious moment to smash it.
Let me finish up on this ticket information, John. The tickets for the Super Bowl will be on sale for 2 days. Monday, the 13th of January, from 1 o'clock in the afternoon to 9 p.m., and on Tuesday, January 14th, from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. That's 2 days, Monday and Tuesday. You don't have to rush down there and stand in line. If you have season tickets, you'll be able to get 2 seats to the Super Bowl, and that's about the easiest way to sum it up. They will hold them for you. They don't want you to go down there and camp out. They want you to enjoy it. Cash only, photo identification, mugshot, I guess. I don't know.
Exactly.
At any rate, a happy crowd of Patriots followers here, and a happy crowd, I'm sure, back home in New England. Patriots are 4 minutes and 20 seconds away from a trip to the Super Bowl.
Patriots, 2nd down and 5 from their own 25. Slot left. They've used this formation a lot today. Here's the turn. And the handoff coming right up through the middle. Tony Collins running over offensive center Pete Brock. And Ron Wooten sliding to that side, the right side. And the Dolphins take another timeout. They have 1 remaining after this. 4:15 left in the game, though. And the Patriots in control of it, 31-14.
6 turnovers by the Miami Dolphins. Who would have thought, John? I seem like I'm saying that a lot in the last couple of games. Who would have thought? But you play the Raiders and the Dolphins in 2 games to make it to the Super Bowl, and each game you get 6 turnovers from those 2 teams. That's just amazing. The Patriots have really capitalized on them, too.
The American Football Conference champions. That sounds pretty good, doesn't it?
First team ever to win 3 playoff games on the road. Only 2 wild card teams have ever made it to the Super Bowl. Now, the Oakland Raiders did it once and they won. The Dallas Cowboys did it in 1975 and lost. So the Patriots will be the 3rd wild card team to make it to the Super Bowl. And I wonder what the Chicago Bears are thinking. Because I don't think anything scares the Chicago Bears right now, but they've got to be a little concerned.
Yeah, the Chicago Bears, of course, defeated the Los Angeles Rams today. And they defeated the Patriots early in the season, 20-7, if you recall. That was a game played at Chicago back in September. Today, it was the Rams handily over the, Bears handily over the Rams. 4:15 left in this game. If you missed that information regarding Super Bowl tickets for season ticket holders, we will repeat that for you and give you any other information we can relative to that event. Here's the handoff. Robert Weathers going to the right side, gets hit in the backfield, breaks the tackle. He's up over the 30. He's up to the 35-yard line. Patriots have the football and the first down, and the clock continues to roll. The Dolphins have 1 more timeout. The stop was made by Bud Brown, the free safety. Chains are moved, and the ball will go down at the 35-yard line. First down. Dolphins haven't used that 1 timeout. Now they got to hope for the turnover.
It's almost as though the Patriots players can't believe what's happened to them, John. They're over on the sideline, but no real celebrations have started yet. You're starting to see a little bit, but nothing really outrageous at this point. Now they're starting to jump around a little bit, but
15 yards in that last play. Patriots now have 255 yards rushing. Dolphins 59. Handoff coming to the left side. Robert Weathers again. Here's Weathers. Run back, but he got forward motion to about the 37-yard line. Although they ran him back behind the 35, the 37 it will be, and the gain thus will be a couple of yards. Let's see how they pin it. Going to be a 2nd down and 8. Hugh Green made the stop. So the Patriots are in their huddle and taking their time, and the clock is ticking away on the Miami Dolphins, not on the New England Patriots today. Robert Weathers, 14 carries, 87 yards. And here's Eason on the turn to Tupu, right side. Almost got away, but he couldn't quite do it. Taken down near the 40-yard line. It's going to be 3rd down for the Patriots. A little over 5 yards to go for the first. Bob Brudzinski, who's certainly done his job today, was the guy who made the stop. Gain on the play, just a couple of yards.
The Dolphins have now taken their final timeout.
They stopped the clock with 2:25 on it, and of course it'll stop for the 2-minute warning as well. But I think the die now can be considered cast. The Patriots lead 31-14, and the Dolphins have no timeouts remaining. So it would take much more than a miracle here, if there is such a thing, to get the Dolphins back in it.
Let's try that information again on the Super Bowl tickets. Now, each season ticket account doesn't mean that you get one ticket for every season ticket that you hold. It means if you have any season tickets, you're entitled to purchase 2 Super Bowl tickets. The ticket price is $75 per ticket. Cash only will be accepted. You should bring the recently received Super Bowl mailing along with a photo identification. Now, seats will be on sale for 2 days, Monday, January 13th from 1 to 9 p.m. and Tuesday, January 14th from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. They don't want you camping out down there. They will have the tickets available for you, and they say all the tickets will be in the same location in the stadium in the Superdome. 2 minutes and 25 seconds left to go here, and the Patriots have convincingly defeated the Miami Dolphins. This was no fluke, ladies and gentlemen. The Patriots earned this one.
Well, here we go. Patriots are out in front, 31-14. That's remarkably close to a prediction I remember hearing last night on SportsScope and WEEI.
And who was it that made that prediction, per chance?
I'm trying to remember.
Would he be the
desperately
local play-by-play announcer on the very same station?
But gosh, you know, I think that's who it was. The Patriots just cover the ball for that down, the 3rd down, and let the clock tick away. It'll get down to the 2-minute warning. Rich Camarillo will come in, it appears. Let's see what they're going to do. Yeah, here comes Camarillo. And we're down to the 2-minute warning. Patriots lead 31-14. And Camarillo will punt to the Dolphins, but the Dolphins have no timeouts, and they're trailing right now by 17 points. Stand by. We'll be back right after this message.
2 minutes left to go. 2 minutes. The Patriots 31-14 over the Miami Dolphins. Patriots will punt it to the Dolphins, who have no timeouts left. One final reminder that I don't know how we're going to pick this one, John, but the Kay Jewelers star of the game will have to be decided by us after the game. And it might be fitting, although he's not a player, but Billy Sullivan's been through some awfully hard times with this team, and perhaps in his last season as the owner of this team, wouldn't it be fitting that Billy Sullivan, on behalf of the entire team, could be the Patriots star of the game as his team goes to the Super Bowl?
Oh, that's a nice thought. Of course, maybe you could use that for the Super Bowl. After they... Oh. No, I shan't say that.
The next event we're going to call it, isn't it?
All right, we've got 2 minutes left in the game. The Miami Dolphins are going after the punter. They have no safety back. Vigorito is not in the game. Camarillo is going to face a full 11-man bolt. Here's the snap. Camarillo steps up and gets it off. So that ball will just go downfield and roll inside the 20.
It's like an open net in a hockey game.
Yeah, exactly. It's going to die on the 14-yard line. Dolphins have the ball on the 14-yard line. 1:49 left. They didn't touch the ball, you see, and now they're going to get it. 1st down and 10 at the 14-yard line. And the chains are coming back downfield.
And now the celebrations start over on the Patriots sideline, the far side of the field. Steve Grogan happily waving a towel over there. Everybody congratulating each other. What a tremendous feeling that must be, and what a tremendous accomplishment by this team that started out at 2-3, and everybody was just counting them out for this season. And they got it back together again and did it the hard way. From the wild card, 3 straight playoff victories on the road, and they're on their way to New Orleans.
You know how to sing Walk-In to New Orleans?
I don't do singing.
Do you know what it means to miss New Orleans? Shrimp boats are coming. Here are the Dolphins.
Jambalaya.
And a crawfish pie and a filet gumbo. Here is the shotgun formation for the Dolphins. 1:49 left. Marino's got the football, drops back to the 5, looks upfield, fires out, and it's incomplete because he was flattened. Garen Veras went on in and stopped that one by putting the hit on Marino. The intended receiver, Duper, was nowhere near the football coming out. Rod McSwain was in coverage on Duper, and 1 minute and 45 seconds remain in the game now, as a total of 4 seconds elapsed in that play. Is that all? 31-14 Patriots. Dolphins can't stop the clock. So what they're looking here for is something big, and that's what they need. Here's the shotgun again. Marino back again, looking, firing. This one is complete to Nathan over the 20, the 25, to the 30. Nathan flips it out on the left side, and the flag goes down. I think we had maybe an illegal lateral.
Flipped it forward instead of backwards.
An illegal lateral. It was an illegal forward pass, second forward pass of the play. It went to Nat Moore out on the left side, and the flag... Well, they were explaining what the story is behind the penalty, but
said it was an illegal forward pass.
Okay, well,
so,
we knew that.
Yeah, but I'm trying to figure out whether the down is repeated or not, and it is. It's first down.
So what they do is bring it back now to the 29-yard line. That's where he flipped the ball.
That's where he flipped it. That's right. They don't repeat the down.
And it's going to be first down for the Dolphins there. 1 minute, 34 seconds left in the clock. And the Dolphins come to the ball. The ball is on the 29-yard line. So the pass was complete, but when he flipped it forward, that killed the play. And here is Marino back. Throwing out to the right side. He's nailed again. That one is out of bounds at the Dolphins bench. And again, it's Garen Veras who plasters him. Garen Veras has 2 sacks on this series. We're down to 1 minute, 28 seconds left. And the Dolphins have a 2nd and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
If I were Marino, I'd be a little upset with my offensive left tackle, Cleveland Green. Green, knowing that the game is over, just waved at Veras that time. Let him go by, and Marino's the one that pays the price.
Well, he thought it was the Super Bowl Express going by, and he just wanted to give it a little wave. But it was really Garen Veras.
So let me tell you something, John. Veras has made a major contribution to the Super Bowl Express, filling in for Ken Sims. He's really done a nice job.
Certainly has. A rookie from Stanford. Shotgun formation. Marino's back, fires out to the left side, and that one is incomplete. Stops the clock with 1:23 left, and the Dolphins now have a 3rd down and 10. He was trying to go to Mark Duper. Raymond Claiborne was there. No dice for Duper.
He's in rare form on his way to the Super Bowl, isn't he? I'm talking about the announcer. No dice for Duper, huh?
Dan Marino is 20 for 43, 241 yards throwing. He was intercepted twice in this game. Fred Marion picked off a crucial pass at the goal line. Raymond Claiborne picked one off in the end zone. And that late in the game. Shotgun formation, triple wide receiver formation for the Dolphins. Marino's back. He throws it upfield, and it's dropped by Joe Carter. He had a linebacker hot on top of him. That was Andre Tippett, and he had to get rid of the thing. 1:18 left. Clock stopped. 4th down and 10. Dolphins have no need to punt here. They might as well throw it upfield and see what happens. So here come the Dolphins. Their final breath of life in this game. They'll try and squeeze something out of it. Here's Marino back. Fires down the left side, and that one is broken up by Fred Marion. Jumped in front of the play and took it away. He broke it up. That will end the offensive drive for the Dolphins. Patriots get the ball. First down and 10 at the Dolphins 29. 1 minute, 11 seconds left in the game. I would assume that Raymond Berry would elect not to rub it in. He owns the football game, so he'll burn her out.
And now the celebrations begin. A lot of handshakes and congratulations in the Patriots offensive huddle. The defense over on the sideline surrounding their coach, Raymond Berry. Tremendous feeling over on that sideline for these New England Patriots. What a job they've done.
Champions indeed, John, of the American Football Conference. They own it. First time they've been able to accomplish this in the National Football League, and what accomplishment it is. Tony Eason, the quarterback, just starts to snuff it out by going over the football. And the clock is down to 60 seconds and running. Patriots go back to the huddle and talk to each other, and I'm sure they're saying nice things to each other. Wonder what the conversation is as they stand there letting the clock run away.
Well, there's a real bond among these players. A very close-knit group. And they feel like they've done this together, and they certainly have.
Down to 36 seconds now. Eason takes the snap, steps back. And the Patriots are jumping up and down because it's down under the 30-second mark, and that means it's just going to burn out. That means that the Patriots are indeed the champions of the American Football Conference of the National Football League. It means that they have destroyed another one of the jinxes that has haunted them over the years. That's the Orange Bowl jinx. They put it away today by beating the Dolphins, winning the AFC Championship, and opening the door to the Super Bowl in New Orleans, Louisiana in just 2 weeks. What a day. Patriots 31, Dolphins 14.
WEEI News Time is 4:08. We hope you enjoyed today's rebroadcast of last Sunday's AFC Championship game between the Miami Dolphins and the New England Patriots.